Hey, what's going on? It's your boy Maas Apeal. Back again with another episode of Maas Apeal Live. And tonight's show is it's gonna be kind of controversial. There's gonna be a whole lot of people that are not gonna like what I'm talking about. And yeah, it's I'm really gonna hit some things tonight. I mean, you all saw the thumbnail that I had for this video. So that thumbnail that I put on there should let y'all know that tonight is it's gonna be straightforward, honest. Some people take straightforward honesty as a form of aggressiveness, and the truth is the truth. But before we get into that, I want to give a really special shout out to Dr. Tracy Robinson from Essences of Wellness, who was on our show on Tuesday night. She stayed on the show for 2.5 hours with us. She gave a lot of good information in terms of juicing, different juicing recipes that you can do for different ailments that you have. She even gave everybody that watched the show opportunity to take 10% discount off of all the products that she had on her website. So I hope that if you did not see the video, that you'll go back and you'll watch it and you'll see some of the things that Dr. Robinson had to say. We're most definitely gonna bring her back on the show. She says she'll be more than willing to come back on the show and to discuss some other things with us. But special shout out to Dr. Tracy Robinson. Thank you for coming on the show on Tuesday, and we look forward to having you back on here with us so you can help people be healthy. But before I get into tonight's topic, there's a couple of current events that I want to talk about. And one of those current events is the wildfire in Canada. Now, the wildfire is in Canada, but the air current has brought all of the smoke from the wildfire over New York, Philadelphia, and today Washington, D.C. And I've also heard that it's as far down as North Carolina now. But it's a serious matter because the three cities that I just named had the worst air quality of anywhere in the world today. And I have a buddy that lives in New York, and it was so bad that he left New York and flew to Cincinnati last night because it was bad. People were walking around with N95 masks. Like I said, the air quality in Washington, D.C., Philadelphia, New York, and all the areas in between there have the worst air quality of anywhere in the world today. And that's caused by the wildfire in Canada. I didn't get a chance to look at it on the news today. I'm not sure if they have it under control, but as much smoke is coming, I don't know if they do have it under control. Maybe it's just burning. But if you live in those areas, if you live anywhere on the East Coast, take precautions. And if you do not have to be out in the air, stay in the crib because the air quality is very bad. Also, couldn't do this show without talking about the young lady that had 4 children in Florida that was arguing with her neighbor because her neighbor threw a skate at one of her children, and she was shot and killed through the door in front of her 9-year-old, I think they said daughter or son. Regardless, her 9-year-old child basically saw their mother murdered in front of them. And the lady's in Florida, so she tried to claim stand your ground. But if you don't even open the door and you shoot through the door, that's murder. That's not stand your ground. And we talked about this a little bit on the last show. But yeah, it's a shame that you have 4 children whose father already wasn't in their lives, and now they lose the one caregiver that they have. So we want to keep those 4 children in our thoughts tonight because, like their grandmother said on the news last night, it's going to take a village to raise those children. Children are going through a very, very traumatic event that has happened to them. Their mother has been taken from them over a simple argument, petty argument, something that's been going on for 2.5 years. But it's a shame that you have people out here that think that they can shoot people through doors and claim stand your ground. I mean, basically try to murder people and claim stand your ground. But yeah, it's the things that are going on in the world today are progressively getting worse. Progressively getting worse. And we just hope that there's going to be something that's going to happen to make a change, make people see a different direction. But we're living in a society where, I mean, you really, if you don't know people, you don't want to know nobody. It's like, the people were talking a couple years ago, no new friends. And that's basically how it is, because if you really didn't grow up with someone, you really don't know who you're meeting. So, it's bad that it's like that, but that's the world we live in today. And yeah, we just want to keep those children and that lady's family in our thoughts, because those children are going to have a hard way to go for the rest of their lives, seeing the mother get killed in front of them. But if you're watching on YouTube, if you're watching on Facebook, Twitter, or Twitch, you got to come over here to YouTube, because I'm going to end those streams right now, and come over here and join the discussion on YouTube, because the discussion is about to turn up. Because you all know today's topic is, are you happy with your vote? And even though I put a picture of Joe Biden sitting in a black church, that's for anyone. If you're a Republican, if you're independent, but mainly for Democrats, and specifically for black Democrats. A lot of y'all straight ticket voters. Are y'all happy with y'all's vote? That is tonight's question. Jimmy the Kid, what's going on? Not into juicing, doing water fasting. Okay. That's what's up. That's what's up, Jimmy. But are you happy with your vote? Everyone got their concessions and the topics that they were voting for their candidates. Everybody. Ukraine, they got about 50 billion or more. Then you have people from Afghanistan, people from Ukraine, people from other countries that are coming into America with the blessings of the government. And basically, they're giving these people money to set themselves up in America. Now, how America can subsidize other people's beginnings in America while we have people that are living on the streets and people that are living below the poverty level here is, I don't understand. And how people can just watch this stuff happen and not say anything, to their congressmen, their senators, things of that nature is beyond me. Constituents have to, y'all have to do something. If you don't do anything, they're going to keep on giving you what they give you. Now we get to the end of we get to the end of this 4-year cycle. And the one thing that Joe Biden told y'all he was going to do was they were going to forgive half of your student loans. That was his main talking point, speaking to African Americans, was that he was going to take away these student loans that was holding everybody back from their part of the American dream, predatory lending. The government is the biggest predatory lender in the world. I mean, in history. That right there was that was a money grab. You had thousands, millions of 18-year-olds that were going to school that didn't have credit checks, couldn't even buy a car, but you could. They're gonna give you a check for $10,000 to go to school, and keep on continuously giving you this money for 4 years, and then put you out into the world to get jobs that won't even pay you salaries to be able to pay that stuff off. Yeah. So the one thing that Joe Biden said he was going to do, he wasn't even able to do that. And what's even crazier about that is that President Trump, when he was in office, and I didn't vote for Trump either. President Trump, when he was in office, he stopped the student loan payments. He stopped them. He stopped them. And the same Congress and Senate that allowed Trump to stop the student loans is the same people that's telling Biden, no, they're not going to do that. Now, how that can happen is beyond me. Is beyond me, and the talking points are just dumb. Why these people do not want to forgive these student loans is some of the responses. I mean, you have to look at it as this racist overtones. They want that money. They're saying you signed up for those student loans and you're gonna pay them back. But the one thing that he came to Democratic voters, what he was gonna do was, and now you're gonna have to start paying your student loans back within 2 months. Think about that. Think about that. But he won't let his time in. Signs that, yeah, for real. You're right, Jimmy. And then he's about to. I think Biden is about to turn 80. He's about to turn 80 years old, and he's running for re-election. This man can't even walk. He just fell down a couple weeks ago. The fiat dollar, I mean, the dollar is on its way out. I hate to say it, but America's not going to go down without a crazy fight for that, because they're trying to bring the brick in, and they're also trying to bring this electronic money in. So the dollar is not looking good. It's not looking good. But Jimmy the Kid said Brandon is compromised, and it's a matter of time before. I mean, yeah. China's trying to cash in now. China's trying to cash in now on some of the things that they did. Really. But I got my dude YWG in the back. He looked like he's back here itching to say something about what I'm talking about. So we're gonna bring him on. I saw you shaking your head, man.
Oh, you saw? I didn't know I was live.
No. I mean, I can see all of that, man. But man, what you think about this dude, Sleepy Joe, man?
I think he shouldn't have never been voted in there in the first place.
In the first place,
yeah.
Chucks and pearls. They hit black people with all types of stuff.
They hit him with that wooty woo.
The stuff emotional strings. They pulled at black people's emotional strings to get them to. Yeah, man, it's just I don't understand. It's like, what are they going to do this time? What they going to hoodwink black voters with this time? I don't think there's nothing left. I think they're just going to have to give you the honest truth.
Well, they, you know what? They can't even say. Oh, when Trump get in there, he's going to do this to you. Joy Reid tried that. Joy Reid went into scare mode, but he was in there the first 4 years, and I still got my freedom. So, I mean, I don't get it.
Hey, man, our lives don't really change that much depending on what president it is. Like I said, I've said this before, and I always say this. I vote independent But whenever there's been Republicans in the office and Republicans in the presidency, my check has always been. I've always had my check has always been bigger when the Republicans were in office. The day that Biden took over, man, my check, my next check after Biden won the election, my next check was lower than what it had been.
Yeah. See, I haven't noticed that. I just noticed that my 401 keeps getting a little shaky every
No,
time.
I watch all of that.
Yeah.
First check after Biden came into office when he changed the tax code. My money was about $75 less than what it was. Which you look at it like, okay, it's just $75, but that's 150. That's 1,000. I mean, that's money that's taken out of my pocket.
That's a half a tank of gas.
It's money that's taken out of my pocket.
Yeah.
And really, when you think about it, all this money that what is the taxes? What are they doing for us?
When you say us, you mean us, the people, or us by ourselves on this island?
I mean, us by ourselves on this island. That's really specifically who I'm talking to.
Well, we got Hip Hop Appreciation Day. We got that, whatever that is. Come on, man. I feel good. Hip Hop Appreciation Day. Wow, that over billions of dollars. We got our Appreciation Day. That's wonderful. We're moving up.
Joe was voted in. Jimmy the Kid said Joe was voted in. We all know it was rigged. We all know it was the Democrats are doing anything to suppress facts. I don't know about that, but
yeah, I don't think it was rigged. I
don't think it was rigged.
Yeah.
I mean, they've all basically essentially said the election wasn't rigged, and them people just that company Dominion, the company that made those voting machines, they got a whole lot of dollars for the stuff that Fox News said. So I think it was proven that it wasn't rigged, Jimmy the Kid. So I think it's safe to say that your statement is kind of off base. There's some things in there that are are truthful, but your whole statement's kind of off base.
I think it was rigged for Biden to get in there through the Democrat system.
Oh,
that was rigged. Come on, man. He beat your boy Pete Buttigieg. I mean, you saw how many candidates was on the Democratic running for president. It was something like 15 to 17 people. Are you going to tell me that he beat all of them? That was rigged.
But I mean, I know we're probably not going to get a lot of viewers on this tonight because it's a whole lot of people that bought their chucks and bought their pearls and was walking around here. Everybody had their little Instagram videos going to the polls, and we doing this and we doing that, and y'all didn't do shit.
Exactly. I voted Democrat, and I came home with this little sticker that says I voted. That's what they got. A little teeny sticker said I voted.
Yeah,
and they
that's all they got.
They was on Facebook. They was like sure. They were so proud that
I can't name one legislative win for Black people in these last 4 years. Can you name one? Can anybody in the chat name one legislative win that Black people got this election cycle? What? I see you got your hand up. What?
No, I was saying just one.
Yeah, just one.
Yeah.
I want one legislative win that Black people got that don't involve misery or we're not talking about I don't want to. I'm talking about national. I don't think that there is any legislative win that Black people got over this last few years, unless you count VP, and I don't even count that.
I don't even count.
Keep on throwing all these people in front of us, man, saying that they Black, man, and they not Black, man. The lady's not Black. She
Not
might
she.
be an AKA, but she ain't black. Lady's an Indian.
Yeah. And don't say Katanji. Who cares? See, here's what I'm tired of when it comes to us. It's always the first, the first, the first. But what does that mean? What do we get?
You don't mean
The
shit.
first does not put food on my table.
Yeah,
I don't care about the first.
yeah. Man,
Huh?
Jimmy the Kid said, I'm not of color, but I don't know of any legislative win for anyone who isn't rich. My man's calling him Brandon.
I mean, I get it, but I mean, Afghans won who came here. Ukraine's won, especially the ones who came here.
They all got set up, man. They gave them. They getting. Are they getting? I can't even think of what I was gonna say.
Man, a lot of these folks are probably going to get their own community. And then the other thing too is a lot of them got pushed into black communities and they get a $51 million head start. With, I'm not going to say my money because I'm not from Chicago, but with our money, here you go. Now get ahead of us. It's like it's ridiculous.
Then
New
they can get
York,
loans. They can get business loans. They can.
dude, they got 51 million. They don't need no business loan. 51 million.
What's
Stop.
going on, Black Money? Black Money. What? Hey, Black Money. Did your vote Did your vote work out for you this election cycle? I want one black person to tell me that. You right about that, Jimmy. You right about that, Jimmy. The only ones winning are politicians, the rich and those in the. Yeah, yeah. They're the only ones winning. But they trying to do. It seems like they trying to put your boy Bill Gates on the outs.
Word.
They ain't really messing with him.
Well, he's buying all that farmland, so
Yeah, man.
he playing the long game.
Yeah, he's playing the real long game. He owns the most. I think he owns the most real estate of anyone in America.
He playing the long game. That's a smart game he playing.
Yeah, man. I knew Black Money was gonna say no. Black Money. Can you name one legislative win black people got in this election cycle?
He
Just
already
one.
he already said nope.
No, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, his vote might not have done something for him, but there could be possibly one piece of legislation that was progressive for black people. But my man Jimmy the Kid said he ain't black, and he said that he didn't see a legislative win. So hey, I don't.
Well, see, okay, the game is this: rich people, black or white or whatever, you keep the poor fighting amongst each other for the crumbs while they steal. And folks down here, I'm not saying I'm here or here, but they're pulling the wool over our eyes down here. They're making us fight each other.
But see, I don't even think it's I don't even think it's a color thing. I think it's
not. It's
financial.
economic.
It's a financial.
Exactly. But what's happening is they're making us fight over stupid stuff.
But even though it's all us in that pot, there are still groups that get concessions that black people don't get.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
There's the haves and the have-nots. Black Money said, I just went to the booth, closed my eyes, and pushed buttons because it don't matter.
I wrote my candidate in. I don't know if I wrote Mickey Mouse, but I didn't vote for one of the two. I wrote my candidate in.
I voted. I ain't saying which. I voted for an independent party. There's 3 of them, so
yeah,
I voted for one of those. But Yeah, man. Black people got hoodwinked with chucks and pearls and and student loan forgiveness.
You know what, man? No, don't say black people. Say the uneducated black people who think that just what do they say? Their slogan is "Vote blue, no matter who." Or they say, or what was told to me is, "Well, I'm just going to pick the lesser of two evils." And I said, "But it's still evil. Less evil, more evil. Both are still evil. I'm not participating in that nonsense."
Jimmy, you right, man. I just talked about that, Jimmy. How man, I don't vote Republican, but when the Republicans in the office, my checks are fatter. Yeah, we was talking about that too, Black Money. Trump gave $600, and then your boy Biden came in and said he was gonna give 2,000, and he gave 1,400. And when the people complained about him giving 1,400, he said, "Well, Trump already gave y'all 6, but you said you was gonna give us 2."
Flim flam.
Hey man, shoots and ladders, man.
Flim flam.
Hey man, it's like Charlie Brown, man. When Lucy's holding the ball and your boy coming to kick it, and then all of a sudden the ball's gone and he didn't kicked his leg out. Yeah, man. That's what they do, man. Bait and switch.
Well, going back to what you said earlier, man, they can't run on reparations anymore. They can't run on police reform. They can't run on George Floyd bill. Um, they have nothing left but fear, and they tried that before by saying the first go around, Trump is dangerous. Trump is going to do this to you. He got in there. The quality of life did not get any worse. He's a clown.
He's a clown. He says
He's a
stupid
clown.
stuff, but man, I mean,
He's stupid. But you know what? He did not. One thing he didn't do, he didn't give anyone anything except for the rich.
hey man, wasn't no countries messing with Trump.
Nah, he's too unhinged.
He was going over to their countries, man. Hey man, say what you want to say, man. He was going over and bullying people. Say what you want to say, but wasn't no other countries messing with us when Trump, because they was like this. Yeah, he'll push the button on you.
Yeah, he's good for jokes though. He's funny. He's like, man, you heard what he said about Chris Christie? Did you see that thing where he put Chris Christie in front of a buffet and he was giving his speech? I hollered, man, when I saw that.
Yeah, for real. But man, I mean, black people, what y'all gonna do this time?
They're gonna fall in line.
What y'all gonna do this time, black people?
They're gonna fall in line.
Come on, man. They can't go for it. They can't go for it again.
Dude,
they can't go for the same. They can't go for the same bait and switch again, man.
The banana in the tailpipe. They're gonna fall for it again. Watch. Dude, 87% blacks voted for him. 87%.
He's the reason. That's the reason he won, man.
87%.
That's the reason he won, and he didn't do one thing for black people. Not one.
87%.
Not one. He went and sat in them churches and ate the chicken up.
And then they had that's what I was gonna say. Did you see the House of Representatives doing the what's that stupid line dance? It's called the something.
You got me.
I don't know line dances, but it was a line dance. They were in the chambers doing a line dance. It's like,
no, they wasn't, man.
Yes, they were. It's embarrassing. It was a Harlem Shuffle or some stupid dance they were doing, and they was going like, to the left and then to the right, and then they was. It's like,
see, Jimmy, we couldn't even get hoodwinked about what he did in the past, because what he did in the past was worse than what he did this time, because he's the author of that crime bill that 3 strikes.
Yeah.
So yeah, he didn't want to bring up his past, and that was one thing that I couldn't understand. Black people kept saying, "Oh, you got overlooked." No, I don't overlook nothing. That dude worked with one of the most racist Republicans. I mean, one of the most racist people. Yeah,
He did. I mean, he
yeah,
did.
yeah.
And then
That
then
bill, if he really wanted to do something, he would have repealed that bill that he wrote.
yeah.
If he really wanted to do something and say he changed, he would repeal that bill. But we know that's not gonna happen.
Nah, they had nothing to run on, dude. They really don't.
What are they running on this time? What are the Republicans gonna run on this time? Because don't nobody like dude in Florida.
Well, what they're gonna run on? What they're gonna run on is they're gonna run on woke, whatever the hell that the phrase that is supposed to be positive, they turn woke into a negative. It's like how
And
you
then
do that,
they can't even define woke.
and
They had
that's
this one lady on. They had this one lady. It's like, well, can you define woke?
since it's your book.
Since it's your book, can you define woke? And she was like, well, this is gonna come. Yeah, you don't even know. You just using a flash word.
Yep.
You don't even know what woke means. Hey man, man. What you got in? That's a two-handle. You got a two-handle drink cup, man.
Yeah. Hey, the last time they ran on radical, 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 radical left, radical, radical. I'm like, what? Them fools ain't radical. Them fools right down the middle. Their policies are right here.
Then they about to get you. Oh, but I didn't. I was gonna say something about this, but they try and get you. They try and get your boy up out the Supreme Court, man.
Oh, Uncle Ruckus.
Yeah, they try and get Ruckus up out
Yeah,
of there, boy.
he shouldn't have never been there. He a
They
clown.
can't.
Man.
How they? What he
He's
gonna be the first? He gonna be the first person to get expelled off of the bench?
He's an embarrassment to the life and legend of Marshall, Thurgood Marshall. He's an embarrassment. He should have never got that seat. He should have never got that seat. Remember
My
the
man
coach?
Black Money said, but how many people actually voted to make up that 87%? Yeah, on one hand, and now, man, you was over like yes.
It's tricks of the camera and lighting.
Yeah, okay. I mean, 87. Okay, so we need to go to the census. We need to go to the census and look up how many black people there are actually in America.
I get what Jimmy's saying. He definitely needs to run on fixing the country, but he can't say I'm going to fix the country. You got to give me specific laws that you're going to put in place. What are you going to run on specifically to fix my gas going up? What was gas? $5 at one time or close to it?
Woo, woo.
And then food, and then eggs. How does a dozen eggs go to $9? It was like, come on, dude. Come on. Exactly, Jimmy. I need you to be specific. Don't give me no generalities.
Okay, there's 36.3 million black people living in the U.S. So I say about,
And don't forget the voting age of 18 and up.
about 29, 30 million black people voted for Biden. Somewhere in that area.
87% is still embarrassing.
Hey man.
It's still embarrassing. And it's embarrassing.
Is it embarrassing? Okay, so is it embarrassing because black people don't think they have another choice, or is it embarrassing because they got hoodwinked again?
No, it's embarrassing because black folks think that they only have one choice. That's the embarrassing part. See,
that's what I just said.
Yeah, I know. It's called remedial. It's remedial voting. You're not. I'm sorry. Some of them black folks ain't smart enough to vote. I don't even know why they out there voting. Look at my face. You're not smart enough to vote if you think that I gotta vote Democrat or Republican. It's the lesser of two evils. Vote blue, no matter who. You're stupid if you vote like that.
But you know what? Okay, Black Money. Oh, you're right. You're right. I
Yeah,
didn't, I didn't take into account. I didn't take into
incarceration.
account the black people that are incarcerated. But I think that how many? I don't think there's 10 million people that are 10 million people can't vote. Oh, because of having felonies. We'd have to figure out how many white people can't vote because of not. I mean,
Well, the crime bills solved that.
yeah,
The crime bill solved that issue. Look at what happened in Florida. The people said yes, ex felons can vote once they pay off their debt to society. The Satan got in there and he just said nah, nah, because that was 1 million. I think Florida had 1 million.
yeah.
Yeah,
Florida, Texas, New York, California, those states are gonna have the biggest populations of minority felons and people that are incarcerated.
yeah,
Those are your four largest,
cities, metropolises, stuff,
especially New York and California.
and especially New York. New
And
York about to get
Chicago,
hot.
Chicago, Chicago too, but
And New York about to get hot because they reinstitute that stop and frisk under a different name.
yeah. You're right, Jimmy the Kid. There needs to be specifics. And there's nobody. The only people that get specifics are fringe groups. Fringe groups are the only groups of people who get specifics. The alphabet letter people, they got specifics wrote into their legislation. Chinese Americans, they got specifics wrote into the crime bill that they didn't even ask for. Yeah. If they want to be specific, they can be, but I think they choose not to be when it comes to.
Yeah, there's no money for us. There's no money for us. We got to do a study. Did do a study when you gave all that money to Ukraine.
Right. They just, they need the money. Or they flew all them people into Chicago, man, and put them in, gave them cash, social security numbers, and set them up in neighborhoods with houses.
Black
Now
neighborhood.
these is people that's coming that ain't never had no houses. That's coming over here and now they got houses, but we got, hey man, I could go on and on about that, man. And not only did they give Ukraine all that money, but they didn't give them technology, weapons, and then moved a whole bunch of those people over here and did the same thing for them that they did for the Afghans. Set them up in neighborhoods, gave them cash.
Dude, do you know that some of the counselors I work with, they work with Alexandria, Virginia. They work part-time basis, and they said a lot of Afghan kids were coming through there, and they said these kids went from being bombed out on a daily basis to being in a first world country that food is just everywhere, right? Greenery is everywhere. Man, them kids was in there threatening the staff, talking about I'm gonna blow you up. I'm gonna come in here with an IED and all this. It was just like I said, these kids actually said that to you.
Man, they don't like America. They don't like America.
Yeah, but they here.
Yeah.
Send them back. I bet you they like America then. Send them back.
But you're right. You got, and then I didn't really take into account black money that the black people that went to the votes that didn't get to vote because they didn't go to the right polling center, or their voting card was for this other county and not this county, so you can't vote in the. Yeah, man, it was countless people whose votes they didn't get to vote because of some type of. Then you got the people, man, how you can have people standing at the polls with guns on the outside of the poll. I mean, outside the polls with guns. I mean, that's a direct threat. Some of the stuff that people can do at the polls around, and some of the stuff that you can't do is crazy.
You know, brother, I just thought about it. You said what message are they going to run on? I don't think they're going to run on a message. I think what they're going to do is they're going to put their shields up. Rotisserie Martin, um, that dude who kept saying, what's that dude who kept singing that song with Trina, that rap?
Oh man, you talking about? Nah, we ain't even gonna bring that dude up.
That fool. Then you got
You talking about
Joy
that?
Reid,
Talking about that saucy dude?
Saucy Santana, whatever.
Yeah, we said we weren't gonna say his name
Oh
no more.
yeah, my fault.
Yeah,
But
sauce.
what they're doing is they're giving them money and social media folks to push us to the poll. See, the message is them folks are going to start trying to scare us. See, Joe ain't going to have to say anything. He's just going to sit back. He's not even going to debate. So he's going to sit back and chill and let our people convince us that we need to go vote for him.
I mean, that's what they always do.
No, they're going to turn that up. Watch.
They go to the churches.
Yep.
And then the preacher tells his congregation who they should vote for.
You talk about Reverend Porkchop?
Hey, man.
I got that from Phil, Reverend Porkchop.
Hey, man, he used to trip me out, man. He used to come to our church, man, when I was little, man. And they would give you this little paper, man, and they would have vote for, it would just be a straight ticket and say, vote for this. And that right there, I was like, nah. I was young and I was like, nah, I'm gonna vote for who I want to vote for, because I was real big on listening to what people say and what people do. So as a young voter, I was already kind of keen, because I would sit around with my grandfather and he would say stuff, and I was a newspaper reader when I was little, so I was kind of in tune with that. So when I got to be voting age, I was like, I'm gonna be an independent. My mother kind of got mad when I told her that. She's like, "You're not gonna be a Democrat?" I was like, "Nope."
And that's how it starts.
I was like, "Nope. I'm independent. I vote for whoever's talking about the politics that I want to hear. Sometimes it's Republicans, sometimes it's independents, sometimes it's Democrats. And then I hold them accountable. And if they don't do what they say, I'm not going to vote for them again. That's insanity. I don't care if he won or not. You want to be associated with the winners now. You want to be associated with people that's getting done right. That's who I want to be associated with.
Yeah.
So this man didn't do nothing for y'all this election cycle. Y'all gonna vote for him again?
They will.
Are y'all gonna really look at what's going on and really listen to what the people are saying, and not listen to the narratives that get thrown at you by these different news organizations, because they want you to follow a narrative. Mm-hmm. They're going to push a narrative that they want to follow. You know, I don't even look at the debate. I look at the debates on C-SPAN, and I look at the debates on PBS, because I want to get the I don't want no slant to it. I just want to hear what the people have to say.
Report the news. Don't give me your emotions.
Yeah, I
don't need that.
Hey, Black Money, man. That's one thing that Joe Biden did give him that. He let the drag. I don't understand what is positive about some man prancing around in woman's clothes in front of children.
But you know what, dude? I blame the parents, because kids just don't show up to those things. They got to get driven. I blame the parents.
That's some parents just trying to indoctrinate. Did you see the video of the black girl with the baby? And she said, "I got a little gay baby. You're going to be gay." And she was, what is wrong with people?
What's wrong with people is Reagan closed the mental health facilities in America and let everybody run wild.
This lady is on her video saying, "I got a gay baby. He's going to be, he may not be gay, but I'm praying that he's going." Man, what type of, everybody does not need children.
Where's the father? I mean, I know the court system probably served them up, but god dang, where's the dude at?
Did you see her?
Nah, I saw the thumbnail. I ain't watch it.
Okay, yeah, that's where you seen her. Then you know the daddy ain't around.
Get your kid, dude. Get your kid from that crazy woman.
It's a boy.
Get your son from that crazy woman.
He's gonna be a gay baby.
So she gonna Dwayne Wade him.
Damn.
Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I said it.
What's the white lady that adopted them children and made them both gay?
Yeah, you talk about the white actress. I know you talk about.
Yeah.
She is. I think she's from South Africa.
For real. Pat Robinson died today. I didn't really watch the 700 Club, but he was not for them. Yeah. He wasn't for the alphabet letters. He wasn't for them. Yeah, I don't. Jimmy the Kid. You got me. Mental health is. Oh, while we're at it, we want to give a shout out to a friend of the page, Miss 702. She put a post today. Go over and check her page out. Give us some words of encouragement. She posted that she's having some mental health issues. She didn't know when she was going to be back on. When people do that, they're reaching out. Go over and give our friend Miss 702 some words of encouragement. Let her know that everything gonna be all right. Every day is a day to put your feet forward. Step away from what happened yesterday. So yeah. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. Please get the likes up. Get the likes up, because that's gonna help us to get to the algorithm, so people will see us. So get the likes up. Get the likes up. But yeah, we won't give a shout out to Miss 702. We over thinking about you, Miss 702. Get back on YouTube. We miss your witty insights that you give on our channel. And yeah, I saw your post today. I got you in my thoughts, Miss 702. You a friend of the page.
Yeah, I miss her talking and go, oh, she dropped again. That's what I miss. Dropping in mid-sentence.
Yeah, he was a radical Christian, and he was not for the little drag queens going to the library. I'm not.
Hey, bro.
I don't understand what educational value it does, man.
It's an audience, man. If there was no audience for it, it'd go away.
Man, it's hey, man.
I would never take my children to that mess. But hey,
everybody in my family better not take man. I'm gonna go, yeah, man. Hey, no, we ain't doing that. Because I think that's like some indoctrination. I kind of think it's like child abuse. Let your child grow up. Let them choose their own destiny. Yeah, if they want to be a part of the LGBT community, then let them do that naturally, or as natural as it can be. But yeah, we don't need to be pushing children to do anything. See what happens when you push children to be athletes. The one dude, his daddy didn't let him eat no McDonald's and didn't let him eat nothing. It was just straight training. He got to the league, he flamed out of league, and now he's addicted to all types of stuff because he didn't, if you don't give your children access to the real world, at some point they're gonna go out there and experience it. And if you didn't teach them what to stay away from, they're gonna go to that type of stuff. Happens every day. What's good, YWG? What you reading, man?
Nah, man, I'm sending out some stuff on folks, man. Just like, hey, man, come on over here, show us some love, man. Hey, look, man, I got kids to feed, man. And a wife on the way, man.
Go over to YW. Go over to Your Weekend Gardeners page. Add him up. He got children to feed. He got kids to feed,
and a wife on the way.
Now the wife is there. I'm thinking, is the children gonna be on the way? We're gonna have Al Pacino light over there.
Yeah, help me with my bills. I need some help with the algorithm.
Yeah, man. Like the page.
Yeah, like us. Like us, please.
Yeah, Pat Robertson's College. I mean, that is how you create your church. Then you create a university behind your church. Then you get lawyers, like you said. That is how you get legislative power. That's how they have to. That's how they would have to go talk to Pat Robertson every election cycle because he had a lot of lawyers, like you said. You got pulled. It's another preacher that's in what's the one preacher that has the school? Is it in Virginia?
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. You talk about Oral Roberts,
Liberty.
Liberty.
Who was the pastor that is the head of Liberty?
I thought it was Oral Roberts.
Nah. Liberty University.
Oh, you talk about the dude who let this other dude sleep with his wife?
Liberty
That guy.
University. Yeah, he's a big preacher.
Yeah. He let some dude, the pool boy, smash his wife,
Yeah, I heard about
and he
that.
wanted to watch it.
Hey
Them
man,
folk,
that type
them
of stuff
folks.
goes on more than you know.
Oh, I know it do. Folks, something's wrong with these folks. Oh, it's
Hey,
Robert's son. Okay.
but did your vote work out for you this election cycle? And if it did not, what are you gonna do to change that this election cycle?
You know what? Honestly, for me, I'm retired from voting. I'm retired. I'm done. I'm done. Dude, I can't even waste my time anymore, man. I got better stuff to do than to sit up here, listen to these liars
What?
lie.
Is this a new revelation that we getting here live on Mass Appeal Live? Is that Weekend Gardener is done voting?
I'm done, man. Because until someone specifically says, "Here's what I'm going to give you,"
He said it was Jerry Falwell's son.
Falwell.
Yeah, Jerry Falwell. But I think Jerry Falwell is the person that's he's the president of Liberty University. I think he's the president of Liberty University.
Is he even still alive?
Hold on. I'm gonna look it up so I can quit
Yeah.
saying this. Liberty University.
Oh, Jerry Falwell's son. Yeah, because I think Jerry's gone. I know it
Yeah,
wasn't.
Jerry Falwell. Jonathan Falwell is named the campus pastor at Liberty University.
I know it's not Creflo Dollar.
Most definitely not.
Oh man.
Most definitely not. But yeah, I've rode past Liberty University a couple times. The university's on both sides of the expressway. Both sides of I think it's 95. On both sides of 95.
That church money real good, man.
Hey,
That's some good church money.
non-profit. They don't get taxed on it.
Mm-hmm. And they in the politics.
That makes you think, man, how churches be broke, man? They don't be having no money, man. Your church ain't got no money. It's a schemester there. For real.
Hey, they doing something wrong.
Yeah. But did your vote work for you? My vote didn't work for me. I mean, my vote worked for me because the group that I voted for, they stood by what they were standing on the whole election cycle, and they've been peppering Congress for 4 years. So I can say that my vote worked out, but I voted for, the party I voted for, we probably got about 3 or 4 congressmen, some people in the House of Representatives, but yeah. But they stand on what they stand on. And that's who you want. These shucksters and these jivesters.
Man, they doing fish fries, man. That's how they get the black vote. They do a fish fry.
Oh man. Yeah. But black people, are we gonna stand up this time and are we gonna as black people, are we gonna hold the presidential candidates to task? Are we? Man, I want to know what Roland Martin thinks, man. He talks the Democrats up a whole lot, man. I want to is he happy with his vote?
Oh, of course he's happy. He got a new studio.
He got a new he got a new studio. Oh,
I used to watch him, man. I can't watch him anymore, man.
yeah, I used to watch him too a little bit,
Because
but
he be he see the thing that turns me off about him is he bullies black folks to vote Democrat, name calling, shaming. It's like, come on, bruh, what are you doing?
that's why I had to stop watching, dude. Black money, that's gonna be hard. Black money, that's gonna be hard, man.
It is.
It's gonna be hard. I don't know if anybody is really looks at us as a viable group of people that you really gotta offer anything to.
No, just I'm gonna have a line dance contest with a fish fry, and here come the black folks.
I mean, but something had. I mean, the way to power when you talk about the scale of things, the way to power is through legislation. That's how you get power, and that's what these other groups of people do. They get legislation that's in favor of them. We don't. We don't. I'm. We got some more people in here now. Can anybody come into the chat and tell me one legislative win in the 4 years that Joe Biden's been in that black people got? One legislative. Nobody has came in here and said it yet.
Yeah.
Black money. How do we? Okay, Black money. You bring up a big point. How do we raise our own president? We don't have to. For one, us as black people, we don't even have a PAC. We do not have a political action committee. As black people, that's strike number one. We do not have a PAC. Because, like we said, the what's them people? The CD, the Congressional Black Congress, they don't.
Not them raccoons. They don't do nothing.
They out of touch.
Because, hey, they voted for the Asian hate bill. Really? So no, I'm not dependent on them fools.
Hey, Black Money. YWG just said that he's not vote. He said he's retired from voting. YWG said he's retired from voting. So you just gonna be looking at the debates like you know.
It's a comedy show. I'm gonna have popcorn. It's a comedy show. I'm gonna listen to a bunch of clowns lying.
Oh man, speaking of popcorn, shout out to my little brother. He made them barbecue. He made them beef ribs for me. But shout out to him. He got a popcorn machine. My brother got a popcorn machine in the basement, man. Oh man, that popcorn tastes like I was at the movies, man. Shout out, little bro. When I come back in a couple weeks. I'm going downstairs. I'm gonna turn that popcorn machine on. And the popcorn machine that he has, you put the butter in with the oil when it's cooking. And the popcorn came out buttery in it. So yeah, I got a new way to cook popcorn. As a society, we have to see through the smoke and mirrors, says Jimmy the Kid. You right, Jimmy. But if ain't nothing but smoke and mirrors, if there's smoke and mirrors behind the smoke and mirrors, I mean, I don't know. I know Chucks and Pearls and all don't come with none of that mess. Just don't come with none
Don't
of that.
come with take your booties to the pole.
Yeah, don't take your booties to the pole. We gonna all get Chucks. We gonna walk in the single foul line. Don't do nothing. Please do not make no Instagram videos going to the poll. If you don't want to fess up and say your vote didn't work for you,
Dude, she actually was on camera and she fixed her funky lips to say, "I would not do anything specifically for black folks," and black folks still jumped out there and voted for that heifer. It's like, really? She just said she ain't gonna do nothing for you.
hey man, I knew we weren't gonna get too many people to watch us talking about this tonight. Cause yeah, people would. I mean, they should be embarrassed.
Yeah.
if you voted for, yeah, you should be
If
embarrassed.
you part of that 87%, you should be embarrassed of
Part of
yourself.
that 87% that voted for this dude, and y'all ain't held him accountable in 4 years. And we get to the end of the election cycle, and the one thing that he based his whole thing on, y'all got to start. No, not y'all. We got to start paying student loans back in 2 months. I'm pissed. I'm pissed.
You know what the deal about that student loan forgiveness is that student loans usually come in two parts, federal and state. The federal government could have easily just said it doesn't exist anymore. Easily. States, let the states have their piece of flesh. Federal government could have easily made
Hey
it
man.
disappear.
Hey man.
We put two people that you say you need. I'm not gonna say we because I ain't vote for those two clowns.
Who?
But we put two clowns in there you said you needed through C19. We went out there, we put them two fools in, and then you got two more fools that blocked everything.
One of them clowns. One of them clowns was a clown, but stuff got done.
Dude,
One of them clowns. One of them clowns is stumbling all over the place.
as soon as you brought two in, two rejected everything. That dude in West Virginia and that chick in Arizona, and that chick in Arizona went independent. It's like, what the? It's always going to be one or two that's going to muck it up. Always.
Who is the federal government anyway? I think that's a good question right there. I would say that the federal government is overseers.
You know why I say that I'm not concerned with voting anymore, to be honest, bro. It's the fact that I don't think I'm going to retire here in America anyway.
I kind of figured that.
Yeah,
I kind of figured that because I know I'm not.
yeah.
I
I mean,
know.
technically, I already got a house in Brazil, man. I'm like, mm. I'm yeah, man. Just
Hey
take my
man,
little
I'm
bit of
telling
money.
you,
I'm tipping.
if y'all move to Brazil, I'm on my way. I'm packing
Hey,
my
man.
bag. Because what I'm
All right,
saying is, don't play with me. I'll be the dude on Ipanema Beach, walking
dude.
around with my toes in the sand.
I already put the bird in her ear, and I said, "Do you really want to stay here?" And she just said, "I go wherever you go."
Hey man, you go to you move to Brazil, I'm coming over there.
Yeah, man.
I'm selling everything.
Yeah,
Yeah, find me a place. I'm on my
this
way.
place is the dumpster fire, man.
Hey man. People live they this one thing that I noticed about going to other countries, man. People live their lives. They do not let the small stuff that's going on around them.
No stress.
What's going on? No,
No
and see,
stress.
that's why I don't have no stress. I don't let nothing, and I think that kind of bother people get bothered when stuff doesn't bother you. They get bothered by you not being bothered. And it's like it's gonna work out.
Well, it's not even the people I'm concerned with, dude. My biggest issue now is just the skyrocketing price on everything.
That's what I'm saying, man. In other countries, man, they don't try to. That's one thing I would say, man. They're not trying to beat their people down into submission because it already ain't a whole lot of money to go around as it is. So we're not just gonna beat you into submission with the little bit of money you got.
Hey, man.
You know that.
I
You
know.
go over there and you see how much some cost, and then you come back over here and
Dude,
like
when
quadruple.
I was out there for the winter and I came back to America in December and I had to go to the grocery store 2 weeks later, dude, I almost turned around and walked out. I'm like, are you serious? I said, hold on a second. I said, eggs are $10. I'm like, what happened?
Hey
I,
man,
I left there with $2. I come back
my
there
omelets
10.
be I be making 1 egg omelets now, man. I don't even want to make a 2 egg omelet. I'm just making yeah, it's
Put
like a
some,
thin piece of
put some
with
water on
cheese
it.
in the middle with it,
Yeah,
man.
put some water on it too. Make it stretch.
Hey man.
Dude, $4 bread. A $4 loaf of bread, man.
Nah, I'm gonna be honest. I've cut bread out of my diet. In the last month, I've cut it. I still got a loaf that's in here, but it's a half a loaf. But I'm trying to cut bread and cheese. Cheese is gonna be hard. I love
Yeah,
cheese, but
yeah, because cheese come on pizza.
I got a pizza in the freezer, man. I
Man,
haven't ate it because I'm trying to. And it's
you
one
might as
of
well
them.
send it over here. You might as well dry ice it and send it to
And it's
me.
one of them. It's one of them.
You can always scrape the cheese off.
Steak and cheese pizzas.
Ugh, you can have that.
Nah, man, it's like Penn Station.
Ah!
Yeah, man. Just cheese. Yeah, I mean, I make a cheese omelet.
I,
I might throw some vegetables or something in it, but you can't throw too much in a one egg omelet. That bad only so far you can stretch one egg.
yeah.
And I don't even eat the white egg. I get the brown. My eggs cost a little bit more because I want cage free eggs. So man,
Oh man. Hey, you know, I'm real close to getting some chickens next year. I'm
hey
real
man,
close.
I told my mother you was gonna do that. She said no. She's like, tell YWG do not get no chickens. I said,
Why
why
not?
not? She said no. I said, Mama, I was like, I'm
They're easy to
scared of
take care of
chickens.
than a dog.
Yeah, man. She was like, they too loud. I was like, you can get a little thing and put it along the fence and they stay in the thing.
They had quieter. They had quiet breeds that
Yeah.
don't make a lot of noise. So I'm good. I already looked into that.
I want to taste one of them black chickens where the meat's black too.
I think those are Japan over in Japan, right?
Yeah, they got a chicken that's all black, even the meat is black. After you cook it, the meat is still black. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I think I want one of those fried chickens. But hey man, I'm all for it because the thing about it is you get chickens where you can raise them and you can have some of them you can eat and some of them can be your family.
Yep.
And
Then
then
you
you
can
got
use
eggs.
and fertilizer.
You know, you can I mean, you might mess around and get 3 mother hens. You know, I mean, I look at stuff, hey man, I'm trying to be off the grid, man. I'm trying to be off the grid because I was going to talk about this too. I went to the grocery store today. I didn't buy nothing but vegetables and fruit, and I bought some tortellini, some chicken tortellini that I'm going to
$150.
$1.99.
And you probably had 3 bags. It's crazy.
$1.99. I mean, I did buy some juice and I bought some water, but I didn't buy nothing but fruits, vegetables, drinks, and some seafood. $200.
You know
I
what
didn't
I
buy
look
no.
at, dude? When I go grocery shopping, when I come up with that bill, I look how long I had to work to get that money. You know what I mean?
Hey
To get
man,
that food.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I got one bag of chips and I got them because I got a coupon. The Kroger gave me a coupon for a free bag of anything but the party size. Anything but come on now. Could have been a party size, but I'll take I'll take it because yeah, I'm on a little yeah. I haven't drunk no soda, but I did buy 2 big reds. I don't know how long they're gonna be in the refrigerator, but don't make that face, man. I know you want some big red. $1.99, Jimmy the Kid, and I didn't buy nothing. I mean, I bought some pears. I bought some pears. I bought some peaches. I bought some lemons. I bought some salads. I bought some ginger, some bananas, some avocados, some potatoes. Yeah, and some other. Yeah, $200. Orange juice was regular. It was 6. It was on sale. I got 2 for 6.
Two for
So I
six.
got the all nat. I had to get the all natural cartons, which is cool. I'd rather, I see all these people quit getting took for y'all's money. All these people buying this alkaline water in plastic bottles. Any good alkaline water is box water because alkaline water cannot be contacted by the sun on the regular. Some for you people that drink alkaline water that don't know what the hell y'all drinking. Drink box alkaline water because it doesn't come in contact with the sun.
Doesn't get that ultraviolet.
Yeah, right. Because if you got alkaline water in a clear, once you open it, if you don't drink this stuff in the first 2 hours you open the bottle, it ain't no more alkalinity in it. They be getting took, man. But people be drinking stuff off fads. But yeah, back to voting.
You see Jimmy, he talking about the White Castles and the Big Red.
Jimmy, you must be from, man, where you from, Jimmy, man? You must be from the Ville or something, man. You talking about White Castles? No, I think White Castles lost I think Big Red lost the contract with White Castles. Yeah, ain't no more White Castles in Big Red. Now they got Barks.
Oh, wow. Barks got that bite. No, that's a commercial. Yeah,
Barks don't stand a chance against Big Red, man. Hell no.
But who has it? Missions has the contract. Missions Barbecue.
With Big Red?
Yeah.
Yeah. Every time I go there, before when I was in DC, I would go to Mission and just buy me a 6-pack of bottles. They would be like, "Oh, you must be from Texas." I was like, "Nah, my mom is, but yeah, we drink."
Yeah, Texas had Big Red too.
It was like, "Yeah, we get people that come in here and buy 6-packs of that all the time." I was like, "Yeah, because they don't sell it here." But it don't taste the same out the bottle. As it don't have the same bite.
Yeah. What's up, Wally?
Wally. That's my dude, DeCillo. That's the homie. Me and DeCillo go way back, man. We like 4 flat tires, man. First day in 9th grade, man. We was talking about hip hop, man. We've been talking about hip hop ever since, man. That's my guy. That's my DeCillo, man. You say you ain't melanated, but yeah, man. DeCillo had long hair. He used to listen to hip hop, walk around with, yeah, man. That was my guy. Still is my guy. We drunk some. Now we're bald headed. Now we drink bourbon.
Bourbon.
Yeah, man. Me and DeCillo, we was in the same homeroom for 4 years. That's my guy. But yeah, DeCillo. Salute BMC. Yeah, Wally, for sure. Salute Wally. Salute Wally. Now I know Wally will be able to answer. Wally, are you happy with your vote? Are you happy with your vote, Wally? Or did you vote, Wally? And if you did vote, are you happy with your vote? I already know what Wally's gonna say. Yeah, man. I'm drinking on some Basil Hayden now, Chillo. I can't be like you, man. Golly, it was like a bourbon candy land in my dude's basement. Hey, man, if it was a game called Bourbon Land, it would be my dude would be sitting in his chair like this. It would be a spot on the game for my dude to chill like this. He would be sitting in his basement like this. He gave me a taste. We did a bourbon taste test, man. I left out of there, boy. Nice.
You was walking to the left and trying to walk straight.
Nah. I might have.
Yes, Wally.
I might have spread my legs a little bit so I wouldn't lean either way. Yeah, the president, Wally, man. Are you happy with your vote? I know you're not. If you voted for your vote, Wally, if you voted for Chucks and Pearls and you say that you happy, we're gonna have to bring you up here because you're gonna have to explain that one.
No, it's what did he get for his vote, which ultimately makes you happy.
What you reconstruct? Hold on, Wally. What you reconstructing, Wally? What you working on, Wally? But yeah, man, Chillo, man. I appreciate you coming on here and kicking it with us tonight, Chillo. I didn't get to kick it with you when I came home this week, man. It was all about family, man. They had me ripping and running, man. And then after I ate them beef ribs, it was
Curtains.
I wasn't going nowhere. I wasn't going nowhere. Oh, you know what? I drunk some Wellers the other day, Chillo, when I was at the cigar thing. Yeah, they got the top shelf Wellers. I drunk some Willet. Last week too. Chillo, man, I'm gonna have to bring you on here, man. You might not get on camera, man. We're gonna have to do a bourbon show, man. We're gonna talk about different bourbons and give some of these people, people that's not in Kentucky, tell them what good bourbons they can get into, what bourbons not to drink, what bourbons to drink. Well, we're not gonna say, we're not gonna disparage any bourbon. All bourbon is good in its own right. I never had an old fashioned that I didn't like, no matter what type of bourbon it was. But we're gonna have to do that. But yeah, Wally, man. How do you feel about your vote, man? Were you happy with it? You're right, Chillo. Chillo, you family. So yeah, I wholeheartedly understand. I didn't vote for either president. You know what? I didn't. I voted independent, Wally. But yeah, I didn't vote. My man Wally says he didn't vote for either president at the time since it wasn't clear on understanding what I didn't know before. But if I can do it all over again, I would vote for Trump. Wally. Yeah, Jimmy, it is overpriced. It is overpriced. I think it's because of that pretty bottle. Try to make it look like a champagne bottle. But Wally, okay, now that you've said that, now that we know that, can you tell me one legislative win that black people got in this 4 years? One. Wally, we just want one. One legislative win for black people in this last 4-year cycle. Hey man, they trying their best. They trying their best to make Trump not presidential eligible. They hell bent on. Hey man, they got the strippers and the prostitutes coming out. They didn't won lawsuits against him. But Wally said, you see what Wally said? If he had to do it all over again, he would vote for Trump. And then Black Money said Trump is the go-to for everybody.
Nah, not for me. He a clown. It's hard for me to have someone to being a leader that's not smarter than me. It's hard for me to follow stupid people. That's why I get pissed off when I have a dumb supervisor. I'm like, how did this do?
My man Wally's eyebrow, his brow sweating. He said he can't think of one. Exactly, Wally. No, I mean, what you about to come on here and talk about? Wally's about to come on here and spit about the why he didn't vote. Oh, I got to drop the link, Wally. But yeah, there is not one legislative win for black people in this last 4-year cycle. Now, were there any legislative wins for black people when Trump was in office? Yeah. Trump gave out $2,500 to everybody.
But that was for everybody.
Everybody, if you made less than $125,000.
Yeah, but I want something specific. I don't want something for everyone.
I would say that was for lower class. That was for middle class.
Black. That's all I'm talking about. Black.
I don't. I
Just
mean,
black.
I
No
don't.
one does it.
What I'm saying is, when was the last piece of legislation that was beneficial for Black people?
Nothing.
Can we figure that out?
Maybe in the Jim Crow. Maybe
19 the 1964 the Civil Rights Act.
maybe was it 1865 when Lincoln supposedly freed us?
So basically, we have to go back
Centuries.
seven. So we basically have to go back 50 to 60 years for a last legislative win for Black people. Come on, man. Come on, man. It's got to be something. It has to be something sooner than that, because if it is, then I'm even more angrier. What? I need somebody to tell me the last legislative win for Black people. And I hope we don't have to go all the way back to the Civil Rights Act. I hope we don't. Because if we do, it's a bigger issue at hand than just did your vote not work for you last election cycle.
What's up, C. Rob?
What up, C. Rob? C. Rob, the American Rescue Plan.
Nope. If some other people got it, I'm gonna say no.
The American Rescue Plan.
Specific.
I mean, so you saying something just like, okay, you saying like the Chinese crime bill.
Yes, that was specific for them.
Man,
Obama.
I think we're gonna.
Obama gave reparations to the Jewish people in America for the Holocaust that they didn't even go through because we weren't a part of it. That was specific to them.
Man, on, man. I hope we don't have to go all the way back to 1964. Civil Rights Act.
Specific. I don't care if other groups got it. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about from people who have an ancestry that goes back to slavery. That's what I'm talking about. I'm waiting.
He said he can point to many benefits for Blacks. He said he can. I don't think that what I'm saying is, I don't think that they're, man, it's kind of hard. Any bill that's going to be something, man, somebody else going to be, we're not going to, what I'm saying is,
we're going to share it.
Yeah.
We're going to share it. We're going to get to crumbs.
I can't, because I'm asking we got a whole bunch of smart people. We got a whole bunch of smart people in the chat. So I just need somebody to tell me the last piece of legislation that was a win for Black people. And then I'm going to drop this link. I'm going to drop this link so Wally can come up here. And you might see Rob, you might come on up here too, man.
And you can't say National Hip Hop Day. That didn't go through Congress.
You talking about Juneteenth?
No, they were doing that in Texas already. So, and that's for everyone.
It's a national holiday now, man. But I'm gonna tell you, man, Black people that made Juneteenth into like some block party day or something, man. Juneteenth don't have nothing to do with no block parties.
Everyone benefits from Juneteenth. Everyone. Man, everyone's off.
Hey, man, it's capitalistic, man. I'm sick and tired. Man, let me shut up.
Maybe you can get some Juneteenth.
Like a party, man. It's like, man, like disrespectful stuff. Like, man, them on MLK Day, man, they got pictures of MLK with chains on, MLK with gold teeth. This MLK Day part, man. That's not what hey, man. Don't let me get started. Don't let me get started on that, because this is gonna be more Black people mad at me. Because I ain't with that. I'm not with putting MLK on no poster with gold teeth and gold chains talking about come party at the MLK Day. No, man, I'm not with none of that.
Yeah. See, Rob, you're absolutely right. We didn't
right. You're right, C. Rob.
No.
You're right, C. Rob.
I didn't ask for that nonsense.
You're right, C. Rob. Man, that's something that we said we don't need no national holiday to celebrate Juneteenth.
No.
I mean, it was ours. Now people get, some city. I don't know what city it was, but they had Juneteenth posters up around Juneteenth flags and stuff around the city and had white people on them, man. Juneteenth is about black people's oppression. You can't put no white people on the. That's just insensitive, man.
Or Walmart selling ice cream, Juneteenth ice cream.
Yeah, Juneteenth ice cream, man. Come on, man.
Capitalistic.
Come on, man. But we have not had one person that has come in the chat that says that they are happy with their vote. Not one. And that's a problem. Because a whole lot. We know ain't no Republicans mad. Unless they the what's that fringe group of the Republicans? They fell
Tea
off.
Party.
The Tea Party, yeah. They kind of fell off. All the little people that's with the Tea Party, they one by one taking their power. One by one. But yeah, not one person is coming here, and we still do not have anyone that has enlightened us with the last piece of legislation that was beneficial for black people. And this is bad. This is bad. Every election cycle, people get
handouts. They get handouts.
Concessions, man. I'm always happy with my vote. I don't expect the president to do anything. It's always at the local level. You're right.
Until they give money to Ukraine, that wasn't on the local level.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. And I kind of agree with what you. I don't really expect big changes with the president. Like you said, most of your big changes, legislative changes, are going to come on a local level, and that's where you get your power at.
Come on, bro. I mean, come on. Japanese got, when they was in the internment camp, they got something from the government.
Yeah, it wasn't local. Man, everybody has gotten their reparation money for what America did to them.
That's the point I'm trying to say. I get what C. Rob is saying, but that's just onesie twosies. That's Cincinnati got something, but Maryland didn't. That's, Ohio got something, but Kansas didn't. Kansas blacks didn't. I can't go with the local. I get what he's saying, but I'm talking about all of us as a collective.
I mean, hey man, I don't know. I can't. I mean, I need somebody in the chat to look it up. Like, share, support your boy, because we don't use this subscribe word over here. So support your boy, share this out, because we really want to engage with black people. Because I want to know who's happy. I mean, we see Rob is happy with his vote, but it's an asterisk. It's an asterisk, because it's an asterisk next to you happy, C. Rob. We're gonna give you the little asterisk, but yeah. What's going on, Wally? Welcome, man. Come on, yeah. I know Wally got something to say. Wally is quiet.
What's up, you guys? What's going on?
What's going on, brother?
What you do?
Nothing much. But yeah, like I told you before, I mean, I didn't vote for this one, so I can't worry about it. I cannot worry about it. But like I said, if I had a chance all over again, if it's for president, yeah, I'd vote for Trump.
You would vote for Trump?
Yep.
Just looking at it from. I don't know if I can go that far to say.
Well, let me tell you something. I mean, like I said again, if we're talking about just Trump versus Biden as who we're gonna pick from, who we will vote for, I'll vote for Trump. I know you sit here and said that, well, I can't vote for a guy that's not smart enough. But the thing is, let's be real here. If we're talking about smart in what reality of what? Because we're talking about at a level of the whole country.
Good question. Wow.
So we have to be very mindful of that. And two,
Your weekend
no
gardener.
one's smarter.
Your weekend
No one's smarter
gardener.
than the next man. So ultimately,
You give me
I'm not voting for someone who tells me to put bleach in my bloodstream to get rid of a disease. He's stupid, and I'm not going to have
hey,
that
now
person.
hey, don't get me wrong. That is enough to say. But even then,
I
I'm not
can't.
talking about weird. I'm not talking about like outlandish comments. I'm talking about just focusing on the pinpoints of what's actually going on with the country.
Dude, I'm done. I don't care. I'm done. If you can't give me reparations, I'm done. And I get what C. Rob is saying about all the money and where it's really going. I know it ain't going where I know it needs to go, C. Rob. Put it that way. And yes, I know a lot of our money goes to the war machine, the offense department in DC. It goes to the Pentagon. It goes to other countries. It goes to other countries to fight other countries. I know where the money goes. It doesn't go where I want it to go. But my thing is, you're sending our money out all over the place, but you can't break us off a little bit. It's always, well, we don't have money for that. But you got all this money. It's done on purpose. Like I was looking at a talk show the other day. The dude said, "Look, man, just come out and say I don't like black people," and I'll be like, "Okay, we good here."
Well,
No,
we all know that. We don't need them to say it.
no, I need them to say it, man. I need them to say it because we got some black folks that keep going right back to the watering hole. They keep going right back, voting Democrat. Chucks and pearls, shaking your booty to the pole. Stupid stuff.
Well, can I ask you one question? Does it really matter who they vote from, whether it's Democrat or Republican? Honestly.
No, same bird, different wing.
Okay, exactly. So what's the point saying? So we already know. We already know.
And that's why I'm sitting the hell home.
But my thing is
I
this.
don't.
Look, I understand that yes, there is a deed that needs to be paid, especially if people put in the amounts of it. Because if you're not going to give people the accolades of building this country, then damn it, you may as well give the funds. And I can understand that visual. I can understand that visual, especially when you look at reparations as a definition. I can understand that visual. But of course, people, however they angle it and or however they break down if it should or if it shouldn't, one way or the other. But my thing is, if we understand that they're not, no matter what you say, no matter how you articulate, no matter how you break it down to that they should, eventually, when are we going to have to open our eyes and realize we just need to work together to get the hell out the mud? Because I'm
Right.
telling you, by the time you see the money, this world will be in shambles.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
again,
See,
we
Rob got
already
a
know
question
no
for
one's
you.
not gonna help us. Who's gonna? So yeah, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say YWG. See, Rob got a question for you. I mean, I would say that question is for both of y'all because both of y'all are speaking on reparations.
Mm.
Describe the type of reparations you want that can really be implemented.
The same that
Cash.
the same that the Jewish got. How about that? The same that the 51 million that the immigrants who came over here in Chicago. The same as the Afghanistan's got when they came over here. The same as Ukraine got. That's give me the same. How about that? And then once you give it to me, leave me alone. Don't bother me. No shenanigans, no trickery. Just leave me alone. Give me what they got. That's what I want. What they got.
I mean, I know he's asking we can garden it, but just to look at it, describe the type of reparations you want that can really be implemented. Well, I mean, we're talking about implementation, and we're talking about the reconstruction of the black community as a whole. Basically, yeah, the funds would be a plus overall. But the thing is, if we're talking about implementing something, then of course that means that we as a people would have to have a plan. But then there's the problem. That means that we as a people would have to come together within our own, states to actually implement those ideas based around the state that we're in. So that's a plan amongst people that are quote unquote of the higher places, of the higher
Yeah.
bounds that knows what's going on within our states individually to then implement those whole things of what the money. But that's as far as I can go. He comes back again saying, "What's that number? An amount per what? Family, person? How? do we determine what deserves to get who deserves to get it? And this is the battle right there that everyone keeps challenging. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, number. I mean, they calculated the number, but of course, that all once again that all pertains to again when you split that into different states. That's the different part right there that no one has really even broke down.
But you know what? Just to answer this question, Wally, and to piggyback on your thing too.
Yeah.
My thing is this: if you can give a certain amount of money to Japanese for the internment camps, and they shut up and they're quiet, they're cool, then you hit the right number for them. If you give money to the Holocaust survivors and they're not saying nothing after that, you gave the right amount of money. When it comes to us, it's always, well, let's do an investigation, let's do a panel, let's put this in consideration. No, get a number, give me that number, make it tax free, and leave me alone. Now, as a whole, we need to decide which programs work best for us. You get what I'm saying? We need to. We don't have them make the plans for us.
Well, yeah, I never said that. No, I'm saying as far as people amongst us, that's ahead. I mean, even if then, my only thing is when we say amongst ourselves, that could be long and wide because, of course, let's be honest, we have to talk through different counties and then you have to meet up in one section and then to express yourself. I mean, that's a whole lot, but nonetheless. But even to that point, right? Because my thing is coming to his question saying, okay, the number part, I'm not gonna go that deep. And then he says for family person, how you determine who gets. Well, okay, now here's that's the big hitter, right? How you determine who gets it because of course that is a long thing. And one thing I know what that question is, most people, especially most people that were in slavery, you more likely took up the name of the master. But I know most people after the slavery was done, they diminished the name of the master that they once had, quote unquote, the last name. So most people, I mean, even that alone, by stripping that away, that's a little bit of a burner because you don't even have that, which is linked to the history of that alone. So pick and choose on that. Uh, as far as that goes, I mean, other than that,
Well, I'm gonna tell you
that's a little
this:
bit up and down around.
the day that they say that there's gonna be reparations, it's gonna be a whole bunch of one drop blood black, a whole bunch of one drop black blood white people that's gonna come and say, "Where my reparations at too?" So get
No,
ready.
well,
I
well,
mean, so get
pause.
ready. So get ready for that. Because the thing about it is, if they give us reparations, it's gonna be people to say, "I got black people in my family too. Check
Yeah,
my
we
blood."
But
know
yeah,
there's going to be some
that,
French
but see,
land.
but see, that's the thing though. See, the problem with that notion is, and this is the biggest thing that I look at it is, are you more 50% black or quote unquote black, or are you just a smidgen? And if you're a smidgen, then you're more of your white father's genetics than a black man's genetics. And if you're black, you're more likely so black only because of your mother down somewhere around that or whatever, whoever was in the mix.
Well, what about when there were black people back in history that passed for white?
How do they pass for white?
There's people
Skin
that
tone.
there's black people skin tone, hair texture.
Yeah.
There are
Spits
black
on
people.
heritage.
There are
Okay,
there are there are. I have black people in my family that if you looked at them, you would think they were white.
but we
You
all
have
know that.
people. You
Okay,
you
can I
know.
say this? Can I say this?
Yeah.
We do know. Well, okay, I can't say we do know, but I'll say this. In contrast, you do know that skin is only a small thing because reality is okay. Isn't it true that you come from the seed of your father, right?
Right.
Okay, so technically, most of the important quote unquote genes that they will more likely qualify you from is from your father. Why? Because, of course, what they said, like this, what they said something in the Bible saying, you will suffer your father's something amongst your father, right? So if your bloodline is from a white man that had you in slavery and did wrong to you, then of course more likely his sons and sons afterwards would be crucified, such and such, all that in a box can. right? Give or take.
You lost me.
Okay, yeah.
Hang
So
on,
I'm not gonna.
hang on,
Okay, so I'm
hang
not
on.
gonna fight
I
with that.
kind of
Don't worry.
got
I'm
what
not.
he's saying. The
Yeah,
sins
yeah,
of
but I'm not gonna
the,
fight with that.
the
Go ahead.
sins of the father reflects the
Yeah,
son.
yeah. Thank you. The sins
Yeah.
of yeah.
I mean, yeah, because I mean, I wouldn't say the sins of the father. I would just say it's DNA.
Yeah,
Well,
but
that's what I'm.
it's
See,
But that's
different
what I'm
and,
alluding
camps.
to. But
and
yeah, but that's what I'm
what I
alluding
mean
to.
by its DNA is that murderers, their children have a tendency to be. I mean, I won't say that all the time, but yeah, there are cases where they say that the gene, that seed is passed on. If you got a
Right,
yeah.
but this is what I'm saying though, right? You saying that most people in your family can be passed as white just because
No,
of skin.
no. I
Okay,
didn't
go
say
ahead.
most people. I didn't say most people. I said that there are some people in my
Oh,
family that
oh yeah,
if you
sorry.
look at
Ignore it.
them, you would think that they were white, and that's just based
Right,
off of skin tone and hair texture.
right. Skin tone, hair texture. But my thing is again, going through DNA. Because my thing is, I think that's the main part.
Oh
Through
yeah,
DNA, if
yeah.
you're morally perceived as being black, as being quote unquote black, whatever that is indicated as, Black American, African American, either which way, right? Then of course that defeats the whole skin thing. So I
Well,
don't see that.
you would have to
Okay.
go DNA, Wally. You would have to go
Well,
DNA.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm not really like covering up for the skin. Like that won't solve nothing. The skin part, that's not gonna solve anything.
And then
I
also
mean,
too,
what I'm saying is, you say it doesn't solve something, but it negates a lot of. What I'm saying is, it's a negator.
It might be a negator, but my thing is even like again going back to what you were saying about oh what about those guys that are saying that oh they're 1% black, so I serve some reparations too. But again, that 1% by whom?
But
By
I'm
whom?
saying 1% off of the I'm saying 1% off of the white man's definition because they was to say three drops was they made those designations. That's not a designation that black people made. That's a designation that white people made back in the day.
Well, yeah, no, I understand that, but what I'm saying is even then, even if you had that 1%, like just because that work person had that 1% alone, my whole point would be who that came from. And if that came from you being black because of a woman or a man, one or the other, then you would have to sit here and ask, how did that transaction happen? What
But I
was
don't
really amongst that?
right.
Because there's a lot of things that come along with that. I'm not just giving you that just because, but of course, yes, I understand there's some shady business that might go through. So yeah, they'll play those
No, it's a lot of
cards.
shady.
But
It's just like the Indians. There's a lot of people that claim that they're Indians that they are not Indians. I mean, any
well, the Indians part, I can't really go with that. So it's like I don't really know. But I think see Rob, he has another one. He says he's not against the idea of reparations, but there's 41 million blacks in the U.S. That number can't be compared to 7 million Jews or even less Japan's. But and this is my whole thing is like that's that overall tough battle because you have to really qualify who was really in like America overall and bloodline. But of course, they destroy those
I
papers.
don't
They
think,
destroy
but
those.
me, I don't think the number of people has anything to do with.
Well, yeah. Well, I'm not
Yeah,
saying that that
yeah.
does.
I
What
mean,
I'm saying is
reparations is
when you look.
whether now what I'm saying is whether it's 1,000 people or whether it's 10 million people,
give me
reparations
my
is
money.
reparation, and I don't care. It could be 50 million black
Give
people
me
in
my
America.
money.
Everybody should get equal whatever because when they gave them 7 million Jews their money, they got equal portions. They didn't break it down to this, or they didn't break it down to that. The people was
Right.
Jewish. Them people was Jewish, and they gave them the money. So I
Well, I
can't help
understand
it. I
that.
can't help it that it was only 7 million Jews that got persecuted, and it was 41 million black people. That's not that ain't nowhere in my whole discussion. I don't care.
Well,
I mean, bankrupt them. I'm bankrupt America.
America's already pretty cool. Let's be honest about that.
I mean, give us the gold. We want the gold.
And
But at
leave
this
me
look,
alone. And
but at
leave
We
this
me
want the
point,
alone.
gold. So I
right?
mean, I feel what you're saying, and I understand
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
but I regard 7
But
million, 10 people, 10 people, one person, 30. Man, I don't care.
yeah, but I
Everybody
mean,
deserves
look,
equal.
with that said, I don't really care about the numbers because again, that like I said, it goes back to quote unquote the states. I mean, as long as you look at each state and understand various of history that goes along with it and all that, etc., by all means. But
You're right, C.
but
Rob.
What's that?
Now I was just telling C. Rob he's right. I'm not.
that
I'm not
sounds great,
counting on
but
the. I'm
that's
not counting
never
on the
going to be
money.
a reality.
Yeah,
I feel what you're saying, C. Rob, and
I'm
you're
not
right. It
counting on.
sounds good, but it's not. But sound. What I'm saying is, it don't sound good. It sounds right. It's not that it sounds good. It's right. It sounds right because it is right. There's nothing. Yeah, I don't care,
I
man.
think
What I'm saying is they gave him 7 million. I don't know. I don't know. They didn't. They didn't disclose publicly what they gave them people, and then people didn't come out and tell nobody what they got. So we don't know what they got. But whatever they got, we know it
they're
was good
happy.
because did nobody complain. So
Exactly. That was
they
my.
not gonna make they're not gonna make it public what they gave them people. So we can guess about how much they gave them, but we know that whatever they gave them families ain't broke no more, and them
Nope.
people ain't complaining about what they got.
Nope. I want to be the same way.
I've never heard, I've never seen anything of a Jewish person coming and say, what America gave me, they need to give me. No, then nobody, and them people took that money and they went and did what they did and they
They
shut up.
shut the hell up. They got that
Shut
money
up.
and shut the hell up.
They shut up.
But real quick, so I know Black Money Court said this. It says free money makes it worse because if they get it, we don't know what to do with it. And I get that part, but
No,
again, that like
no,
I said,
I don't,
but look,
I'm
but
not,
look,
I don't agree. I feel Black Money what he's saying, but there's some people that do know what to do with that money.
well, yeah,
And that's the
I know
reason.
he's thinking about the whole person.
What I'm saying is more people that know what to do with than it's people that don't know what to do with. And if the people that know what to do with that money get that money, yeah, they gonna put that money. I mean, like-minded people gonna put that money together and take over. They don't want that to happen, man. So I doubt that we ever get reparations in our lifetime because, man, that's the type of money that, you're gonna have some people that's gonna go out there and they gonna blow it, and but you
Buy
always,
cigarettes, buy
man, let
cigarette
them.
truck.
What I'm saying is, if that's what they're gonna do, let them do that. Let them, man. If them people want to go out and they want to get their reparations, and they want to go smoke it away, or they want to go ball out, go do that. I'm gonna, man. It's gonna be people that's gonna take that money and they're gonna shut up and they're gonna go off in the corner, and
Yep.
everybody ain't gonna,
I'm gonna shut
everybody
up.
ain't gonna take that money. Everybody ain't gonna take that money and act like a consumer.
Nah. Nope. I'm gonna pay off my bills and then go get me some land.
I'm gonna pay off my bills and I'm gonna get the hell out of Dodge. Because I'm gonna get the hell out of Dodge whether they give me reparations or not.
Facts.
So to me, reparations is icing is I won't say icing on the cake, but it's reparations is right. Reparations is right. And there's nobody that's gonna say reparations is wrong, but reparations is right.
Yeah.
Now, whatever the money,
Don't say they
monetary,
ain't.
there's
'Cause
what I'm
there are
saying is
some people out there.
there's not a monetary number that they can give us that's gonna be satisfying. But people gotta be satisfied with what they get.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing that can satisfy my love for my ancestors and what happened to my ancestors and the shit that my great grandmother had to go through and my ain't nothing. Nah, there's nothing that could repay me for watching my great grandmother get up at 4 o'clock in the morning to go clean somebody's house. There ain't enough money they can give me that's gonna make me not be mad about that. There's not, but they can give me something that can make me happy. Yeah, ain't nothing they can give me, and I'm not even talking about slavery that my great grandmother's mother and
Red line.
had to go through.
Red
I'm
line.
saying
Jim
what
Crow.
me as a little boy saw my great grandmother getting up at 60 years old and going clean somebody's house.
So again, you vote Democrat. What do you expect to get this time? Or
Man, they're
you
not
just
gonna
doing
give
it?
you.
Or you
Man,
just doing it because you
we
think that's what you're supposed to do?
we said an hour ago. Can somebody please come in here and tell us legislation that black people got? There ain't no one person been able to do it.
Crickets.
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 Is this still on Facebook? Because there's a lot of fools on Facebook that vote blue no matter who.
No, I took it off. But yeah, man. Crickets. Chucks and pearls. All you people that was yeah. All y'all going to the polls and single file lines, marching up to the polls. Yeah. Y'all happy with your vote? Hey man, they hoodwink us every time, man. But we let them do it to us, man.
Yeah. But what are they gonna run on this time? That's what I want to know.
What they gonna run on this time, Wally? What they gonna run on to trick people this time?
You asking me? I don't care.
Yeah.
Look, I always say this. This is the biggest problem about our side of the notion.
You
People
can't be
do not.
anti-dem. You can't be anti. See, hold on. See, Rob said you can't be anti-democratic party and be pro. I'm not anti-democratic party. They just need to put somebody in. But I don't think you. I don't see. I don't. I think you can be. I think you can be whatever. I think you can be whatever political party you want to be in and be pro reparations. I don't think a Democrat or a Republican stops you from being for right.
If Republicans came out and said we're gonna give you reparations, I'd be in line to vote for them if they said it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, man. My man. Yeah, I'm anti and he's pro. Yeah, I don't think that a party, a political party,
No, what's right is right.
holds you to being able to say what is right.
I want what everybody else is getting. How about that? I want what everyone else is getting
Hey
or has
man.
gotten.
Hey man. What I'm saying, man, is people that got the Japanese people that got the money from when they was in them internment camps. You don't know what they gave them people, but them people didn't say nothing.
And they're still quiet.
So Rob brought up another one. He says, "What I'm saying is, a conservative president, House and Senate definitely ain't giving reparations." Well, that's the
No,
same thing for the Democrats. So
the same thing. Because look at when Obama was in there, that fraud. He had the House, the Senate, and he was a president. And he had didn't he have the judicial system too?
And it was stuff that he
He
wasn't
could
gonna
have
get. It
yeah.
was stuff that he wasn't gonna get through. It was stuff that he. I ain't gonna. I'm not. It was stuff that he was. No matter what he did, he wasn't gonna get it through.
Yeah. But when he first got in office, he was so popular. He could have said to people,
That's
if you don't vote the way I want you to vote, I'm gonna have my people vote against you, and I'm gonna put all my money behind a new candidate, and we're gonna get you out of here.
and it was Republicans that said, "I ain't afraid of that."
No, I'm talking about Democrats.
Yeah.
I'm talking about no, no.
Okay. But yeah,
I'm
Yeah,
talking
it
about when
was.
he had a super majority for 2 years, and for 2 years he did absolutely nothing for us. He
well,
had
this is my thing. I mean, regardless, hate him, like him, or somewhere in the middle, however you want to see it. To vote for a guy that literally
I voted
made
for him the first time. I
I
voted for him
did.
the first time.
no, yeah. Look, even in my head, I probably wanted. Even in my head before way back, I actually wanted him to be voted because, of course, you know, quote unquote first black president, as they say,
First African American president.
as they say, right?
Ain't the same thing.
No, yeah, no. Well, but the reason why I say as they say because word on the street is there were possibly 5 presidents before him.
Yeah, I heard that.
and this is why I said that. So
Yeah, we know that there were black members of Congress. I mean, there was a whole bunch of black members of Congress. They're in the picture. They may not talk about them, but they're
well,
in the
not
picture.
Congress. I'm talking about actual presidents. But they never
President, yeah.
counted them. They never
Oh yeah,
counted.
yeah, yeah. But what I'm
Yeah.
saying is there were black. What I'm saying is there were blacks congressmen when the Declaration of Independence was drafted up. They're in the picture. They just don't name them, but yeah.
And see, Rob, that Obamacare was some garbage. It was okay, but it was some garbage when he could have got free health care because he had a super majority. He had a super majority.
I don't even think with a man.
Yes,
It was stuff that
yes.
yeah. I feel what you're
He
saying.
was
He
popular.
had a super majority, but it was still stuff that no matter how popular he was gonna get, it
No,
was stuff that wasn't gonna get through.
because
But my thing is, let's
he
be
kept
honest.
reaching
Who was
across the
he?
aisle.
But who was he more popular for?
He was pop his. You know how they say the
He was
presidential
popular
numbers.
for big business. That's who he was
He
popular for.
he was, but
Well, yeah, for business, but I'm talking about for people.
I'm talking about you know how they rate the president, how they're doing, and the popularity. When he first got in office, he was hot.
With
Oh
black
yeah,
people,
I don't know that.
with
No,
most
he
black
was,
people, with most black people, there was nothing he could do wrong.
and that's what I'm saying. He was
Yeah,
hot
but my thing is again, but who was he mostly popular amongst?
according to whatever ratings.
White women,
White
According
people.
to
That's what I'm saying.
white women. No, number one was white women on that list.
It was probably white women, but yeah, but overall, but I'm saying overall, both white men, white
whatever
men,
system,
it was mostly them.
Wally, whatever system they say Joe Biden is in, and they say Trump is here, and whatever who's here, that system right there say he was hot. He
Well,
was
I know
great.
what that said. I know what that said, but what I'm saying is this: at the end of the day, for the quote unquote popular vote by the people, because
Yeah,
let's be honest, they don't vote for the freaking president.
no, they don't.
My thing is, it was mostly white people, both women and men, that got him there. It
Yes,
wasn't the black people, even though they did vote for him, but it wasn't them
I'm
that made
quite
the
sure it's
overall decision.
See,
I'm quite
Rob
sure it's
brings
more
up.
than 87%.
See, Rob brings up a good point. What happened to abortion? The same would have happened with free health care. Once it switched to a conservative majority, that would have been
Yeah,
gone, just like abortion.
yeah, it's fact. That's facts because big business would have came in there and say pull the plug on that.
The reason that abortion is not totally gone is because if they totally go away, then the health care that's a whole lot of money that the healthcare industry makes. And that's why they still let that pill be sold.
Of course, because why? Because they got to bank on the woman.
Yeah,
They
Which
got to
is
bank
the
on her
largest of the
emotional choice.
population.
right, right. That's the reason that it's not totally gone is because if they totally that's a
You
money
know why?
make that's a money because there's a whole lot of women out here that take them motherfucking day after pills. A lot.
But you know why it goes away because they didn't ratify it. That's why abortion kind of went away because they never ratified it into a law. It's never was ratified. If you ratify something into a law, you can't get rid of it. They never done that.
And see, Rob, I agree 100% with you. I don't agree with this stuff where some gets, they write a bill and this is what the bill is, and then somebody come into the office and just acts the bill. It shouldn't be that it shouldn't be that easy.
Because it wasn't ratified. That's why.
Shouldn't be that easy.
Just like
Yeah, but my thing is, it was never going to go away because they said that that's morally, quote unquote, local level, not state or the whole country level.
It wasn't going to go away because basically the senators and the congressmen were covered under Obamacare and they got A1 top-notch insurance under that and they didn't have to pay for it. So that's why it was never going to go away, is because the senators and the congressmen weren't going to vote it to go away because they was living on a high horse. That was the best health care they ever had. That's the reason it didn't go away. But they're not going to talk about it. They're going to put it on the people. But the reason that it didn't go away is because the senators and the congressmen had the best health care that they had ever had once they were in office. That's the reason it didn't go away. But they're not going to tell you that. They're going to blame it on the people. For sure.
But nonetheless, I mean, you want change. You can only take it in your hands.
I mean, can sometimes change ain't good.
Well, we all know that, but that I mean, change is subjective. But if you want positive change, that's what we're
I
talking
think
about.
I'm gonna be
If you
honest
want
with
positive
you.
change, you have to make that for yourself at this point.
I'm gonna be honest with you, and a whole lot of black people ain't gonna like what I'm about to say, but at some point you gotta say, I got all I got is me. It's on me to make my life better.
That's true.
And man, people waiting on reparations, or people waiting on somebody to pick them up, or people waiting on somebody to give them a boost. Or man, at some point you got to say, I can't wait on nobody else to throw. I can't wait for nobody to throw me a life raft. I got to make my own life raft. And until black people do that, we're gonna be where we at. Well, they gonna be where they at.
Well, you know
'Cause
what? They did it before, and what happened when we had those Black Wall Street, and we had
they burnt this shit up. They burnt it up. They killed us.
exactly, and they're gonna keep doing it every time we get something and we go off to ourselves. They're gonna send missiles.
But I mean, they can do that all they want to. That's why we always got to remember, especially at this point nowadays, when we have records of our own within our phones, where we can record all of the crap that they would probably do to us. But at this point, this is why we have to understand. We start at us, right? And then of course we eventually spread ourselves with people we know, people we get to know, and of course that builds bonds, which builds relationships, which then builds possible business. So again, start with yourself, spread yourself out it's just like a seed. You're basically a seed. Put yourself in the soil,
Wally, I
put some
feel what
water
you're
on.
saying. I feel what you're saying. But what I'm saying is some people ain't gonna listen. And ain't you can talk to
It
you
don't
blue
matter
in the
who's gonna
face.
listen.
Hold on. You can talk to you blue in the face. They don't listen, man. People that don't listen and they don't try what I'm trying to do on. I'm not trying to what I'm saying, man.
They get
It gets to a point where you done teaching. Either a person know what to do or they don't. And I'm like, it's like you
But
don't
here's
want
my
to be the
thing.
10th. You don't want to be the 10th person standing next to 9 broke people. So you're not
We
going to
all know
associate.
that.
So you're not going to associate with those people. You're going to
We
associate
all
with
know that. But
like-minded
my thing
people,
is
man.
this. Well, of course. But my thing is this. Just because we understand that a lot of people ain't gonna make the boat,
Hey,
does
man.
that means we throw away the people that are still out there, still looking to be led?
Hey, man. It's gonna sound bad what I'm about to say, but man,
what up, bud?
I don't fuck it. Some niggas need to get left behind.
We all know that. We all know that.
You're right. You're right. Don't let me drive because the boat is going.
Some of them need to get left.
I'm leaving them. Don't
Again,
give
we
me
all
the
know
And
that.
steering.
I hate to say that.
I don't.
Some of
I
them need to
don't.
get left, man.
I don't hate to say it.
Okay,
Don't
but
let
let's be
me
Blood
honest.
drive.
Are
Files.
we
Hey,
talking
my
about
man Bud. How
ninjas
you
or are
doing
we
tonight,
talking
Blood
about
Files?
folks? Sorry.
Yeah,
Hey, man.
we talk about the N words.
But yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But are we talking about? Okay, I know who we're talking about, but I'm saying is who are we worried about? The folks or the ninjas?
I'm not worried about nobody. I'm worried about me.
You see, that's
And
and
I'm
see
worried
that's
about me and the people that think like me. If you don't think like me,
right. So
then
you're worrying about the folks. Thank you very much. Thank you. That's all I'm asking. Are you worried about the folks or are you worried about the ninjas? That's what I'm asking.
come on, man. Come on, man. No, man. Some people got to get left.
Yep.
Some people don't listen. They told Lot's wife, when you leave up out this city, you
Don't
turn
look
around
back.
and look back, you're gonna turn to some salt. And Lot was walking next to his wife, and she turned around and looked back and he saw that his wife turned to a pillar of salt. He didn't look back, he kept walking.
Yep.
He kept walking.
But he filled up his little thing for salt later though.
Some people gotta get left.
Yeah, they got to.
Yeah. I hate to say it. Lot was hurt when his wife turned into a pillar of salt. He was hurt.
He used her later for
But
that.
he knew not to look back.
He used her for that seasoning though later.
See, there you go. But what I'm saying, man, some people gotta get left, man.
Yeah, they do.
Some people gotta get left, and anybody that don't, man, anybody
Hey.
that don't agree with that,
Put that link back up, man. We about to get the show's about to go to the left.
what you mean? Put what link up?
The link to get onto the panel.
Who her?
Marshall.
Man, Mark, man, he ain't, man. Oh, wait, come on, her, Mark. Hold on, man.
The show about to go to the left.
No, it ain't gonna go to the left. Marshall's a conservative, man. Marshall's a conservative. With, I'm a conservative with, man, because liberalism. I don't care what people say. Liberalism is the enemy of black people. You say what you want to say. Yeah, liberalism is the enemy of black people because it waters everything down. Everybody else, fringe groups get money, and black people don't get nothing.
I agree with Jimmy. He said the nukes are going to drop.
You're
right, Jimmy. I'm gonna be watching from Brazil.
Yeah, I'm gonna be right over in Brazil with you. What's going on, Marshall? What's going on, Marshall?
Oh boy,
what's up, y'all? Can y'all hear me?
No,
yeah, we got you.
I can't hear you.
You got that Mr. Microphone mic, but we got you.
It sound like it must be the settings.
Nah, you cool, guy. Man, I'm messing with you.
I'm messing with you.
Okay, because I know my mic is like it's kind of crazy.
Okay, before you go into anything, Marshall,
what did you get?
How do you feel about your vote? Do you think your vote? Do you think yeah? How you feel about your vote this last election cycle?
Wait a minute. Let me fix this. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Y'all can still hear me, right? I'm trying to.
No.
Because it's using the wrong microphone. My rig over here. I got some old stuff. You
still got that.
I was just gonna. I heard y'all talking about reparations for a minute there and whatnot.
You ain't answered the question.
You ain't answered the question, man.
I'm just here for the violence.
I'm
just here for the violence.
No, man, you ain't answer the question, man. Did your vote work out for you this last election cycle? Then you can put your boxing gloves on and wrap your toes
all I can say is an elbow.
Yeah, man.
I mean, I just
chuck some pearls. Man. Yeah, I hear waffling too, Jimmy.
I mean, I had to get on just to let y'all know, I had to get on just to sing a song.
Man, you over here waffling like Waffle House, man. Go put some syrup on your toes, man. You over here waffling like Waffle House. Go put some syrup on your toes, Marshall.
He sound like Bill Clinton.
Yeah, man. Get on out of here. Get on out of here with all that, man.
I did not have
I heard you say I'm a conservative. I ain't no conservative. I ain't a liberal. I ain't a conservative. I ain't none of that.
You're a samurai.
None of that. That's right. That's right. That's right. Anybody can get it. Anybody.
Yeah. Independent. Anybody can get, yeah.
But you asked me a question though, Maas. The last what was the question again?
The last election cycle.
Okay.
Are you happy with your vote? Do you think your vote benefited you?
No. I don't think, to be honest with you, I don't think any of my votes have ever benefited.
Jimmy is funny as hell.
Man, I told you that's my dude, man. That's my guy. Jimmy he ain't no regular dude, man. That's man. Like Voltron, man. We be in class, we put our two fists together, man. We turn to some wild shit.
But yeah,
he's right, Jimmy. Yeah, get your peeps up and take care of yours. It's about to be real. Yeah, you're right.
You already got your escape plan out of the country, right?
I'm working on it.
Yeah, man. You gotta have an escape plan out this piece, man. It's about to get rough, man. It's about to get rough over here, man.
Yeah. I mean, Gardner knows many a time we have talked about this. That's why he's talking about my escape plan, because I have laid it out to that brother in detail.
Yes, I know it.
And
don't put them details. Don't put the details in.
I'm not gonna say nothing.
I know you, and you are a detailistician. So yeah, I already know.
But a long time ago, and I've been saying it for years. We in trouble. We in trouble. Okay. And anybody, I just put it this way, what my mother used to always say, it's a sorry ass rat that ain't got but one hole to crawl into.
Hey.
That's all I can say. That's all I can say. And you if you fuck around and find out, they coming for you.
Man.
They coming for
Them
you.
people, hey man.
And you better have a place to run, because that's all you're gonna be able to do is run. All these people sit up there and talk about, I'm gonna fight, and I'm gonna this and that. We've been fighting for 400 damn years.
Hey man,
okay?
you right about that one, because
I ain't fighting.
people that ain't never been nowhere, that only know the 8 blocks, they in the world of trouble.
Especially
that outside that 8 blocks.
Oh yeah,
outside that 8 blocks, boy, it's a different world, man. Your little fiefdom is gone. Your little fiefdom is gone. You gotta know how to maneuver.
Look at it, man. When they make the announcement, all Negroes report to Red Sector A. You better have your blue book. You better have your stuff together so you can run.
I'm not gonna be. What I'm saying is, I'm not gonna be here by the time that happens.
That's what I'm saying. I ain't gonna be here neither.
I'm not gonna be here. When that go off, I'm gonna be. I might be somewhere and whatever, but I'm gonna be somewhere. It's gonna be warm.
I'm gonna be long gone, and I'm gonna make damn sure that I owe as much money as I possibly can.
This dude here.
Scorched earth.
This dude here.
Scorched earth. People talking about reparations and stuff, and that's
gonna be your reparations.
Yep.
Fuck no, that's gonna be my bonus reparation.
Okay.
That's gonna be my bonus. That's gonna be my bonus, because people talking about, if I get reparations, I'm gonna pay off some bills and this and that. I ain't paying shit. Okay. The only thing I'm gonna do is, the only thing I'm gonna leave behind here, I'm gonna sell every damn thing I got. And the only thing I'm gonna leave behind is gonna be an account number where they supposed to send my money.
Yeah. Hey, and
it'll be some kind of brokerage account some damn where.
My man Wally had to step away. So yeah, we want to shout out. Thanks for Wally to come on tonight. But yeah, he said he'll be back in a little bit. But yeah, shout out to Wally. Thanks for coming. You always come and dropping some of that good financial information. But yeah, we still have yet to find someone to come in here who can tell us the last time that there was some legislation beneficial for black people.
For black folks and black folks only?
Yes.
I think we got to go all the way back to the 60s.
Yeah, you bet you're going to be waiting a long ass time.
I don't think that nothing's been for black people since the 60s.
Not specifically, no. Mm-hmm. They always see, we're the only ethnic group in this country. We have to share our pie. Everybody else get their own little slice of pie. They get their own little bean pie that they get to eat amongst themselves. Black folks, black American folks, we the only ones that when they give us a pie, they say, here, this pie is for you, but y'all got to share it with everybody. We're the only ones that happens to. And you got people hollering that ain't true. Civil rights movement, was that just for us? We baked it, put it together, but it wasn't just for us. It was for everybody. Everybody came in.
Wow.
Everything that was supposed to have been for black folks, because we were screaming the loudest, because we were getting kicked in the teeth the hardest, they said, all right, we'll give it to y'all Negroes, always crying about stuff. Stop crying.
Man, look at.
Right, you got to give it to everybody, but we gonna give it to everybody. Every damn thing we've ever gotten, we always. I don't know what it is, but we always seem to get the mayonnaise at the bottom of it.
Man, it ain't gonna never change it, man.
We always got to go in there, tinky,
don't forget about everybody else. We get the heel of the bread too.
Right now,
but yeah,
look at right now. What they got, the Asian hate. They got the Asian hate legislation.
No, man.
They've been hanging us from trees like goddamn fruit,
man.
Like fruit for 400 years. But they make legislation just because a few of them get called some names.
Just like that.
Man, my man C. Rob, he said he had a buddy that moved back to Fiji. That
Damn
dude
right.
took
Back
out
to
so
the
many
beach.
loans and bought all kinds of stuff that he
Yeah.
said, "I'm never coming back, so I don't care."
Yeah, that's exactly how you do it.
Yeah.
That's exactly what the fuck I'm gonna do. If they fuck around and say, okay, reparations, and there's gonna be some checks going out, then of course reparations has to be more than just checks. It's got to be a
Man,
whole
ain't
bunch
gonna
of
be
things.
no rep.
Got to be a whole.
Man,
We need a whole like Microsoft Office.
man,
We
they
need
can
a whole.
wait. I'm telling you, man, they gonna wait till the society is all the way blended, and then they gonna give out reparations.
No, they either gonna do it. Well,
They're
I'll
not
put it
going
this
to do
way.
it in our. They're not
Honestly,
going to
I
do it.
don't.
They're not going to do it in our lifetime.
Honestly, I don't think they're gonna ever do
Yeah,
it. Ever.
yeah.
They're gonna ever do it. But
And if they do it, it's
the
going to be
reason,
when everything's blended and everybody get the money.
no, the reason I don't that maybe, but
Yeah.
I think the reason that they never gonna do it is because our community is not gonna run around and basically, from a political standpoint, what we have to do is run around and start kneecapping motherfuckers. Okay, and we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. It's too many. It's too many. It's too many people with Stockholm syndrome in our community that's going to prevent that from happening. And it ain't going to happen. It's just not going to happen. Not nowadays. Not going to happen. And so we're never going to see it.
Yeah, we're never going to. I mean, yeah, not in our lifetime.
But we got
It
Chuck
will be
Shapiro.
if we get
Nobody's
reparations in my lifetime, that's a bonus.
The country will have fallen apart and be destroyed.
And
They
what somebody
they
said.
won't be able to give us
That's
anything.
what somebody said earlier, is that when they give us the money, the shit gonna be It's like,
There won't be nothing left to give.
Well, Jimmy said the aliens are going to be here circling.
Yeah, exactly.
hey man,
Whatever. It's gonna be over. It's gonna be over. But me, I'm gonna run. I'm gonna get every single loan.
We got somebody first time. We got somebody first time coming on here. So man, it's something special right here.
This is not my first time. This is my second time. Thank you very much.
Well, that first time it was just me. Yeah, it was just That was late. That was about 4:00 in the morning. So this is prime time.
I may have missed what he said as I was signing on, but I agree with I think what he was about to lean on is about black folks. We not like together enough to force anybody's hand. That's part of the issue. Other groups, other groups will stick together until they get what they want. We don't even buy black. So they're like, well, why am I going to give y'all money? Y'all don't even support yourselves. So what am I going to give y'all money for? Listen. That's why that Dave Chappelle skit was so funny, because it was real about if black folks got reparations.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm rich, bitch.
But whoever CR is, that's what I'm saying. You talk about buying black. Black folks always run around talking about buy black, get everything black, make everything black, blackity black. Look, before you can even buy black, you have to fucking create black for people to go and buy black. So we can't even fucking do that. Excuse my French tonight.
It sounds like English.
No, you right. Killer Mike had a little show where he tried to buy black for 24 hours.
You can't.
And it was so hard for him to buy black. And I mean, he couldn't get like a car fixed, a hotel, groceries. Like it was so hard. And he was in Georgia.
Right.
And it was so hard for him to buy black.
Right, exactly. I've seen plenty of he did. Killer Mike did that. Somebody else did that too. It was a woman, a family who made a pledge to they were going to buy black for a year. Okay, and everything. They couldn't find, and they were down south somewhere, and I think they were in Georgia or someplace like that. And they tried to do it, and this was like a well-to-do family, professional family, doctor, lawyer, engineers, and this family and everything. We're going to buy black. They found one black cleaners clean on the other side of town. I mean, way the fuck out there. She had to drive all the way the hell out there just to go to his business. The one black cleaners. Grocery stores, forget about it. Everything, forget about it. We can't buy black.
Yeah. Listen, I don't know where you live, but I'm in Louisville, and there's a small black grocery store in West Louisville where most black people live,
Mhm.
and it's the only it's all black. It was black funded, black owned, everything.
Mhm.
And what ended up happening? Somebody broke in, stole all the stuff, and they had to shut down.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go. I'm in the DMV. I'm in the DMV. Um, as well as Gardner. He's in DMV too. But yeah, that's what happens. And that right there is just an indicator of how fragmented we are. You would think that we would be on code. If it's a black business, don't do that. If anything, protect that motherfucker. But no, we're not going to do that. So reparations, forcing our hand, forcing the government, which we could do politically, strategically, we could do it, but we ain't gonna do that.
Like
We
minds,
ain't gonna do that.
like minds be on code together, but outside
Yeah,
that,
but it ain't enough.
outside that circle, now there is no code. It's my
It ain't
I'm gonna do
enough.
what I'm gonna
It ain't
do.
enough. It ain't enough. We need. It's not enough of it. There's plenty on code. I'm not saying that there
No, no,
isn't,
no, no,
but
no.
there ain't
What I'm
enough.
saying is,
There ain't enough of it.
there are people that are on code, but
Mm-hmm.
outside that circle, yeah, that's what. Yeah, when you talking about Pookies and Ray Rays, no, they're not gonna be on code with the working man.
Yeah, but see,
They gonna be on code with Pookies and Ray Rays.
no, but see, look, what I'm saying is, let's say, for example, in a in an AI universe created by artificial
What
intelligence.
up, Drina?
Okay, uh, black folks in general just began somehow to start adopting the code. Okay, a protocol
There's always
by
been
which.
no. It's always
Let me
been a
finish.
code with
Let
black
me
people.
finish. Let me finish. Let me finish. A protocol by which we treat each other. What's going to happen with Pookie and Ray Ray once enough of us get to the point where this is code and this is not? The Pookies, the Ray Rays, and all of them, they're going to fall in line because there'll be consequences if they fucking
You
don't.
saw what the Haiti did.
I ain't worried about
No,
that.
you saw what
Go
they
ahead, John.
did to their Pookies and Ray Rays.
No, what they do
They
in Haiti?
Yeah, in Haiti, the Pookies and
Mm-hmm.
Ray Rays, the gang members came to town rousting the folks. All them
Mm-hmm.
folks got together, and it was
Mm-hmm.
like 30 or 15 to 30 Pookies and Ray Rays. They killed them and burned them in the middle of the street.
There we go. That's what I'm
Whole
talking about.
Hey
town jumped.
Drina, how you
A
doing
skull.
tonight? Thanks for
That's what
coming
I'm talking
in.
about. A skull cracking. A
Yeah,
skull cracking festival.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
You got to put a beating
But
on them.
you got to throw them a beating because that's the only thing that they understand. You got to throw them a beating. Throw them a beating. That's what you got to do. But, sometimes it can be physical, economic, psychological, but you got to throw them a beating. And once they realize, oh, okay,
Okay. Hold on. So you talking about
previous
this?
behavior is not
Hold on.
acceptable.
So you talking about this beating? We
Mm-hmm.
don't have we can't beat nobody. We can't beat nobody intellectually as a group of people. We can't beat nobody monetarily. We ain't giving out no beatings
Why you say that?
because we're not.
Why?
We're not gonna come.
Why?
What I'm saying is, us as black people, we're not gonna
Uh-huh.
come together as Haitians and do that because
Nope.
black people.
No, we
No,
not.
hold on.
We not. I'm
Let me
saying,
finish what I'm. Let
I'm
me no,
saying in
hold
the
on.
fantasy
Let me
world,
finish what
if
I'm
we
saying.
did.
Let me finish what I'm saying. What I'm saying is Haitians have a nationalistic outlook. Black
Right.
people, you can rub your head and do all that shit, man. But black people, we do not have a nationalistic outlook on nothing because we don't
Mm-hmm.
come together. Haitians will come together and do that because they are nationalistic. They gonna look out for
Right.
Haitians before they look out for anybody.
Right. And I agree
Black
with you.
people, we
I
gonna look
agree with
out.
you.
We gonna look out for the bottom line of what we trying to do.
I agree with you. That's why I said in a fantasy world, we would Earlier, I said in a fantasy
So we
world,
ain't
we'd
talking
be
about no
able to
fantasy,
make
man.
everybody
We ain't talking about
act
no
right.
fantasies. We ain't talking about AI. We ain't. That's not what we talking about. We talking about real life.
Now I'm gonna play devil's advocate here. I ain't saying I necessarily agree, but I'm gonna play devil's advocate. Now a lot of people will say to you the reason why is because we're the only group of people we don't have any place to land to lay claim to. So we're all, Black Americans are for the most part are products of slavery. So we don't have, what do I have to go back to? Like, I like at work, we do this thing like we have like these icebreakers, and I threw an icebreaker out, and the question was, if you could, would you want to go into the future and see your descendants, or would you want to go into the past and see your ancestors? And it was mind boggling because every Black person wanted to see their ancestors and every white person wanted to see their descendants. And the reason why is because Black people, we don't know our ancestors. We can only go back so far. So as far back as we could go, that's all we know. So we don't have that unity or that unifying like land to lay claim to. And then, yeah, people say Africa, but I mean, Africa's a continent. It's not a country. And so just to be like, yeah, we can lay claim to the largest landmass on earth, it just doesn't play. So it's the devil's advocates. I would say, well, we're never going to, because we don't have anything to rally behind as far as like a homeland.
Right. We can never be nationalistic as a people.
We can be. We don't have a homeland. Everything CR is saying is right. That's why I've always advocated. That's why you create one where you are, because that's the only choice we have. I talked about that before, creating the de facto nation within a nation. But in order for us to do that, we would all have to be in agreement. We would all have to be on code. But like I said earlier, that would be a fantasy world. You see what I mean? It would be a fantasy world, and I already know that there is no fantasy. Believe me, I know just as much as anybody else about how real this is. Okay, but in a fantasy world, hypothetically, that's what we would have to do, and we ain't gonna do it. We ain't gonna do it. I know that too.
Nope. I would hope. I want it to happen. I hope it would happen, but man, it's too many. Like you said, you had the grocery store in the hood, and the people came. It wasn't white people that came to the hood and broke into the grocery store and took the product out of there. It was somebody else Black.
And you know what I always say? I always say the issue with us is the psychological damage over the years that they did to us is almost unrepairable. They did a lot of psychological damage on us. And this is why we don't come together on stuff. Just how do you fix it? How do you fix the psychological damage when you don't understand that you are damaged? So how do you fix that?
Yeah, it's true. A lot of people don't. A lot of people don't know they broke.
And that's the point. Yeah.
You know? See, like I always use that analogy: fish don't know the water is wet.
Yeah.
They don't know.
I still haven't seen anyone who came out here and said what they got for their vote. I mean, especially a Democrat. That was the main thing. Black folks, you voted Democrat. What did you get? What did you get?
I mean, what do you what? I'm really lost on that question because I don't know what people expect to get from their vote. Like, what I mean,
Well,
my
that's the point.
that's why I said what I said. I'm always happy with my vote. I do a very informative vote. I look and decide on who I want to vote for, but I don't expect that person or anybody to just be like, oh, we're going to right all the wrongs. Like, I voted for Obama twice. I'd vote him for 10 times if I could, because I don't expect him to like fix all of Black people's problems. I never did. My choice of voting for Obama both times is because we ain't never had a representative that even remotely looks like us. So yeah, I'm gonna take every opportunity I can to put somebody in power that looks like me, regardless of what it is that he does. And the fact that black people folks expected him to be the savior of all black world and all black community because he was the first black president was irresponsible and stupid.
African American.
You know what I'm saying? Don't go there.
Because that cat was not black. Oh man.
But,
nah.
I understand. I understand what you're saying, C. Rob. But I mean, damn, not one thing, man. See, I'm on both sides. I was happy to see a black man get voted in, but
yeah, I was too.
But their happiness.
That's part of our, but that's also part of our problem too. Is that black folks expect the one black person to be the answer for everything. Like we're the only people that have to answer. We got to answer for everything that somebody else black does, and so to not vote for him a second term, to hold him to some standard that we don't hold any other politician to, it was like, well, why are you doing that?
No,
why are you doing that?
But I do hold them to their standard.
But hold him to the standard to the point where you would not vote for him again? I don't understand that.
Hell yeah.
I don't understand that.
Hey man, if somebody tell me they're gonna run on one platform and they don't run on that platform, and then they come the next cycle and they want me to vote for them based off of performance, man, the hype is over. I voted for
I tell you,
the first time.
I tell you what, let there be a true Hispanic candidate for president, or let there be a true Asian candidate. The Asians and the Hispanics will vote for that person every single time. There's not going to be well, he didn't do this, so we're not going to vote for him again. They're going to be like, nope, we're going to put him in the office every single time.
Okay, and
sorry about that.
Just based off what you said, is the reason that them people in Florida are up in arms now because they done voted for all them Republicans in Florida, and now they're trying to take away their rights and tell them that they're going to put them in jail if they get.
And I hear you, but you know what? There hasn't been an election yet, and all of that uproar and all that stuff is great and sounds cute and fun and all that stuff. But when the vote time comes, that's where the real answer will be. Like right now, there's nothing to vote for. So yeah, they can be up in arms and say they're going to do this, that, and the other. But when they got to decide between two candidates, you'll see where their vote lies. I guarantee you will not be a switching vote in Florida. I can almost promise you that.
I mean, they're going to vote. They're going to vote Republican.
That's what I'm saying. They're going to vote for the same folks that are giving them grief.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. I'm saying is like, yeah. I'm just saying when it's time to vote, their vote's going to remain the same. They're not going to cross party lines. There's not going to be some great grand independent that steps up. They're going to continue to vote the same way they always have, especially in Florida. I agree. I'm not saying that it's right. I'm just saying that that's what it's going to be. So yeah, I get.
Because now they're asking black people to come help them in this vote, and black people are looking at them like, hell no, y'all want to come help us with nothing. Hey, y'all voted for him. Vote him out.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. No, I'm with you for sure. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, we're not coming. But every minority always comes to black people for help, whether that's other minorities, whether that's the homeless, the LGBTQ community, all that stuff. Like everything falls on black people to have to support everything. Like we got to support everybody and every minority, even though it doesn't serve our own interests.
Yeah,
that's the expectation.
Yeah, because y'all, you didn't know this, but we everybody's mule. We everybody's donkey. Everybody's mule.
You got YouTube.
We carry everybody water.
You got YouTube open?
Huh?
Do you have YouTube open?
No.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
I'm hearing
Why?
some feedback.
Hey, and listen, I don't know if you all have seen it. I saw the first one. I haven't seen the second one. Have any of y'all seen the documentary Uncle Tom?
No.
I haven't had a chance to
Uh,
watch it.
okay, so it's on. I don't know if it still is, but it was on free on Amazon Prime. If you got Amazon, the first one was on there. And I mean, these are it was things that I kind of already knew, but when you see something that kind of like makes you think about it again. And some of the things obviously I don't necessarily agree with. As far as conservative, but the main point of the documentary was that black folks historically have always been a very conservative people, and that we've always been like we've been like the chief of pulling ourselves up by our own bootstraps. And the fact that we've gotten away from that, and that I will agree with you on that as far as the Democratic Party, the fact that we've gotten away from that as a people, and have gotten away from trying to do things ourselves, that's kind of part of our issue. That's kind of part of the problem.
I talk about that. I talk about that all the time.
Yeah.
I talk about that all the time. And yeah, I agree 100%. But I mean, I feel what you're saying, but I just feel like there should see Rob. I just feel like for my vote, there should be an expectation
Yep.
of something being done
Bingo.
on that platform that they said they were going to do.
Yeah. Don't lie to me. You don't like me? Tell me.
What politician has never lied to you?
No, I said don't. I said don't lie to me. Tell me the
No,
truth.
I hear you, but I'm saying what
And
politician in your whole life has never lied to you?
no, they always lie. That's why you get the vote.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So consider all things being equal. So you know that the politician's going to lie to you. So if you know that, that's a given, right? All politicians are going to lie to you. So now you got to go to the next level. What's the next level?
Don't
Okay,
vote
so
for them.
I'm gonna choose to support somebody white over somebody black because the black guy lied to me. Even though that's a given that all politicians lie to you.
I'm not supporting none of those clowns. I'm done. I'm retired from voting. I'm done. If I got the choice and they said our folks fought for voting rights or whatever, and I got a choice, then my choice is sit home. That's my choice. I'm sitting home. My vote comes with a price. It comes with a price. You got to pay me. You don't pay me, give me what I want, or even inkling of what I want, what I'm looking for. I'm I, I'm not going to go to a grocery store and they don't have steak, and I want steak. I'm gonna shop somewhere else.
Doesn't show up like that.
You sound real low, Marshall.
No, I'm thinking about something. I'm doing something here. I'm trying to do something here. Yeah, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, it burned to the ground. Really.
Yeah, I'm out, man. I'm just looking for my way to get out of the country, man, with my skin intact.
Thank you.
That's all I'm looking
Word.
for. If people want to sit here and fight, more power to you. But
Let them fight.
I'm not going to fight to be in last place. I'm not going
Yep,
to do that. To me, that's not worth it.
that's right. I'm right behind you.
I go somewhere else where this don't matter.
Right.
That's where I go with.
Or at least don't matter as much.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, I
Like
think
that.
that's the gist of getting outside of. I mean, because for us who have been outside of America, we understand what the value of this melon outside of this country. We understand that. Everybody that has people that have not been outside the country, they can't you really can't fathom it until you go outside of the country and you see it.
It's amazing.
Mhm.
It's
Yeah.
amazing.
It is. Yeah, it's amazing. It's like I always said, the first time I traveled, this was back in the 80s. I only went to Mexico. Okay. And as soon as I got off the plane, it was, I don't know how to describe it even to this day. It was kind of like a, like the clouds parted. It was the pressure came off.
Yeah.
And I've only ever gotten that feeling when I've left the country.
Yeah.
Different places. You know, um, that's it. And the weird thing about it is, it felt weird the first time because I didn't even realize that I had been feeling that way.
Yep.
Take me out that environment where things that I have to concern myself with here, I don't have to concern myself with anymore. It's an enormous relief.
Yep.
That's all.
I know Maas know that feeling.
Yeah, man. Since I left out the country, I haven't stopped going out. So, and that's gonna continue. I got a couple trips lined up coming up, but yeah, we're talking about voting and what it's done for us. One thing I can tell you that the vote has done for me it has accelerated my need to get outside the matrix. That's what these last voting cycles has done. It's like, people always say, okay, you voting for the lesser of two evils. The lesser of two evils is still evil, and I don't want to vote for evil. I'm sorry.
Bingo.
I don't want to vote for evil, so I took my little independent vote, and I didn't vote for the lesser of two evils because, like Dick Gregory said, the lesser of two evils is still evil.
Evil. Yep.
So you take that how you want to take it, yeah. But yeah, we didn't have one person that came on here and really told us that. I mean, we did have C Rob. We had C Rob that came on here, and I understand. And I understand his thinking in terms of how he sees it, because the legislative fight and where the is at the local level. If you can win legislation on the local level, it can always go on the national level because you got that base. But we have as few and far instances between where us as black people even win on a local level. I mean, there's all types of gerrymandering and stuff that goes on to liquidate our vote. As well, we've been pushed into communities where they know where the police, all types of stuff. So, I mean, there's endless topics that we can talk about in terms of that.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, I got to bounce because I have to work for Omar in the morning.
Woo!
Dude, I'm going to have a freaking long day because I got to do 8.
You working 16?
I got to do, no, it's going to be more than that. I do 8. I'm off 8, and then I got to work 11. So,
God,
man. Oh, damn, you right. Tomorrow's Friday.
And it was a last minute thing. Hey, bro, I'm out of town. Can you work for me tomorrow?
Oh.
I'm like, dude, take your computer with you.
Yeah, he got to go to that training camp.
What training camp you going to, man?
With the bayonet on the end.
Oh,
yes, we got to tell you. We'll tell you about that offline.
Oh, man, y'all wild. Y'all some wild dudes, man.
Damn. We tell you about that. We tell you about that offline.
Oh man.
Oh man.
Not my man Omar.
He got the mock vest on.
Oh. Not my man Omer. No, get the hell out of here, man.
I'm clowning, man. I'm clowning.
Oh man. Damn, but man. What did we say, man? What did we say? We said we was gonna go on from 9 to 10:30. That's what we said. And what happened?
I know. Marshall
Hey, man, when the conversation is good, you keep it going, man.
Yeah, you gotta keep it going.
Yeah.
But man, hate to see you go, weekend gardener. But
Yeah, man.
you know, we gonna keep it going for
Keep
a
it
little
going,
bit.
bro. Keep it going for me. I want to watch the
I got
replay.
work in the morning too while I'm over here fronting, but man, we got whenever Marshall come on here, man, I got joust. I got this is my jousting partner. I can joust. joust.
Like I said, I just come for the violence.
Yeah,
I'm here for
man.
the
That's my
violence.
jousting part. Yeah, man. We riding back and forth on the horses, man.
Nah,
Now
ostrich.
he got a donkey though.
He got an ostrich.
He got a donkey. I got a thoroughbred.
I tell you what's going to be interesting though is when the election comes. You know what actually pans out. Are black people, as far as black folks go, are they going to do the same thing that they always do?
Yeah.
That's what I want.
For the most part,
That's what
yeah.
That's what I want to know.
For the most part,
They're going to blindly vote the same way that they've always done and get the same thing that they always get.
Hey man, you know that.
That's what I want to see.
You know this.
That's what I want to see. Yeah.
It's like I don't know, man. Straight ticket.
That's what I want.
Straight ticket voters, man. They just go in there and just put all Democrat and be done.
Yeah, man.
Turn around, walk out.
Yeah.
Oh man,
I don't know, man. I don't know. What do you think, CR?
Well, I mean, a lot of people do vote that way. I don't necessarily. I do vote, pretty heavily Democrat, but I don't vote straight ticket. But a lot of people look at things from they look at it from one angle. So we'll use abortion. I talked about that earlier. Like that's a major one issue vote, and like people have voted their whole life off of that one issue. And if you're not anti-abortion or pro, whatever your stance is, they're not voting for you. But it served their purpose here in the last, whatever that happened a couple of years ago or whatever. It served their purpose because all of that straight ticket voting they've done all these years, it finally got to a point where they were able to get rid of abortion. And that's the thing. Like I'm not a one issue voter. I look at everything from various angles, but I would say the majority of the voting public they're one issue voters. Are you pro gun? Are you anti-abortion? Or the other side of it? Maybe education, maybe for those that live on the border, you got immigration, stuff like that. But other than them 3 or 4 main issues, most people don't care, man. They don't. And that's why they vote straight ticket, because they're like, well, I know this person's going to stand where I stand on this one issue.
Right, exactly. And that's
I agree.
Yeah, I've never been. Yeah, I need you to look at
A lot of people. I mean, the majority, I think, of people, just like CR said, I think that's really what they do. They got the one golden BB, and that's all they care about.
Right.
They could be pro, they could be anti-abortion, for example, right? But be pro capital punishment, and they're gonna vote for the anti-abortion.
Oh, absolutely, all day. Day. And that was what was such a big issue when Obama was president and Mitch McConnell was like, no, man, I'm not letting you choose the next justice. I'm like, what? And from that point on, they were just laying the groundwork for getting the majority in there. And then boom, once they got that majority, they was like, all right, let's push some things through here.
Mm-hmm. I mean, this is always going to be.
Yeah. No, it is sad to say, but it is. That's why I say the local level is where you can get some things. You can kind of get some things done. Every city is different. Like for example, like Lexington, Kentucky, they don't have their mayoral vote is not tied to a party. So they have they had a gay mayor like the last term. They got a halfway liberal / conservative female mayor in there now because they're not tied to a party. So they're actually like voting for, okay, well, what do you stand for? What are you trying to get done? And that's how they vote there. I would love for all elections to be that way. I abhor the party system, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Should be
it's
more than
true.
it should be more than two parties. I think the two-party system is that's where the fallacy comes because they just give you two. I think there should always be more than two choices.
I go with none. Like if I go with none, and there's three of us here, so like I might be like pro guns, but I'm anti-abortion, or not anti. Excuse me, that's on the same side. I may be pro guns, and then I'm pro-choice, or
Right.
you might be anti-abortion and pro. So then I gotta like decide. Well, am I gonna vote for
Gun
me, or am I
debate.
gonna vote for you? You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be like a straight party line situation.
Right. It can and the way I look at it, you should never vote straight ticket because there's always going to be people that are on the line. There's going to be Republicans that are online that they may have better politics for you as opposed to what the other person. Because, like I said, I believe us as black people, we've always been conservative
Yep.
or conservative leaning. Because to me, I mean, people get mad when I say it, but liberalism is the death. Liberalism is the enemy of the black man. And I'm always going to believe that. That's how I look. Liberalism is the enemy of the black man because we come from a conservative background. Yeah, all this liberalism, that's not us. And no matter how much you try to fit a round square peg into a round hole, it's not going to happen. I mean, at one time,
You're,
all people were Republicans.
I mean, you're right. Black folks are but and as a whole, we're generally conservative. But the problem came in when conservatives don't denounce racism, and so
Right,
once you
right,
don't denounce racism, you're never going to get black people to vote your way because they're like, well, because that's black people's main issue,
right, right.
racism. So if you can't be on my side for that, well, then everything else you stand for, I'm not even trying to hear it.
And that's basically why I said I couldn't be a Republican because I agree with a whole lot of stuff that they say, but that they don't do anything to that racist majority that keeps black people from going back to the ideals that we live by. And that's messed up.
Yep.
So that pushes black people to go to this liberalism side where we really aren't liberal people. We aren't. We're no liberalism in I got white buddies. I couldn't come in my house. Damn, mama, ain't no dinner ready. Oh shit. I get my ass. But I've gone over to my white homeboys' cribs and they talk to their mamas like that. Nah, it wasn't no liberalism. You're gonna get your ass whooped. You come in the house talking like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's real. I mean, it's just real, man. We're not. Yeah, man. I don't know I don't know a black household when I was growing up that was liberal. It was conservative. Be in this house at this time. If you come in after that, it's gonna be repercussions. The street light come on,
Yeah.
playing in the yard,
I
it's gonna
mean,
be repercussions.
yeah, because black folks are religious people, and if you're of a religious mind, you're naturally going to be more conservative leaning.
Right.
We've always been that way, but like I said, not once, but once black folks either realized like, oh, they're not denouncing none of this racism nonsense. Like I can't. I might want to do it, but I just can't do it. Like it's like like I said, that becomes that's black people's. That's our one issue, right or wrong, but it is. And those that are black conservatives that are able to vote regard.
No. Overlook racism. That's what they do.
Yeah, overlook racism. You're right, or you have those that did not really experience it, or they may have had a kind of a cherished life or whatever however you want to look at it, and so they don't view things from that aspect. I'm glad that, and I don't know who to give credit to, but I'm glad that when I vote or when I think of things, generally speaking, I don't just look at how it affects me. I look at
Right.
how it's going to affect somebody that has less than me, somebody that's not at what I'm at. Like, how is my vote or how is this decision going to affect them? I might be able to overcome it, but can they?
Right. And
Yeah.
that's funny you said that because I had people come to me and they was like, I put that post on last week about how the Kentucky Fair and Exposition Center was charging $12 to park to go to a graduation.
Man, ridiculous.
And I had to explain to somebody that I can afford it. I'm complaining for the people that I'm looking at inside here, and I know they didn't have $12 to pay for no parking. I'm
Exactly.
not complaining about me because I can afford it. But $12, hey,
But
Marshall,
you know
man,
what? Hey, but you know what
man,
though?
they have four graduations going on every hour on the hour, man. They was charging $12 to get in the park.
Hey, listen, and if it don't open your mind, but you know what though? When they had Derby Week, no charge for parking.
Wow.
No charge for parking. So the people that coming in there spending ducats, they got the money. Man, we're not gonna charge y'all for parking. But like you said, those that are coming in for graduations, this is like the peak event in a lot of people's lives and a lot of families' lives. And you're right, $12 just to come in the door.
12.
$12.
Hey, man, they made a killing. They have
Look,
four graduations going on every 2 hours, man. It was
yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, it's a ripoff, but that's what happens, man. Like the poor pay, and the rich and well to do don't.
$12 to see $12 to watch your peoples walk across the stage, man.
Yeah.
I
I don't
don't
know.
understand it. That was beyond me.
I think I think I think until Black Americans learn how to play both sides against the middle, nothing's going to change for us specifically. No, nothing's going to change. I mean, Democratic Party, you know, yeah, mostly liberals, and then you got the Republicans, mostly conservative. Whether black people are liberal or conservative, it really, in my opinion, it just doesn't matter because we're still going to end up running in place unless we learn how to play the game.
Right.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, like Jimmy said. True that. Best friend back in the day was very conservative. For that matter, all my friends growing up were conservative in nature, but the Democratic Party was the party to that's how it's been.
Yeah, yeah.
And more conservative Democrats have always done better when it comes to voting with black people voting for them. Liberal Democrats, but yeah.
See, we don't have an agenda. That's a thing. Not really an agenda that, in my opinion, just my humble opinion, an agenda that involves tangibles.
Oof. Boy,
Yeah,
you preaching there. Tangibles, things, and you know what? And that is the point that I was getting at when I kept asking the questions and rebutting the reparations. Because it's got to be something it's got to be
Right.
something like real. It's got to be something that can be actualized. That's why I was like, there's 41 million blacks. You can't compare that to 7 million Jews. And I hear what you're saying about like what's deserved is what's deserved, but there's a tangible reality to that you have to really look at. Like, what does that really look like? Trying to give 41 million people something, whatever that something is, whether that's reparations will never come in the form of here's the bag. It'll come in the form of, and I'm just throwing stuff out here, free education. It'll come in the form of free childcare. It'll come in the form of stuff like that. It ain't never going to come in, here
It's never
come
going to be
see Rob,
monetary.
see Rob, come stand in line and pick up your check. Like that ain't never happening.
But my thing
but
is if it does come to that, it has to be equal across the board.
I mean, I agree. But the thing is, that would be a component of it because I want to see a check. I want to see a check. Okay, I want to see everybody get a check, just like I mean, if you can pay, if you can pay military veterans a pension, then we damn sure deserve one. All right, for our ancestors, and kind of going back to buying black, like we were talking about earlier. And you mess around and get black folks getting a check. Now you're talking about money that you can invest. Now you're talking about being able to have the capital that it takes to be able to build businesses and things like that. You see,
Yeah,
then you would be able to buy black, and then after that, it'll kind of be the momentum. You have to build up the momentum. Now some of them they're gonna do with the Dave Chappelle skit. They're gonna do that.
yeah,
Some, but some of them are gonna take the money and they're gonna run. Okay, I might be one of them.
yeah,
All right, but I'm hoping, it's my hope that black folks will say, okay, we got some operating capital here, and we've got an advantage, an economic advantage that the rest of the groups don't have, and that's because we're trying to get caught up. Like what I would like to see, I'd like to see checks, but I'd also like to see no income tax for 50 years.
Right.
you can give me that. You
Okay,
can give me that, and I'll be
You can give
golden
you
right
can give
now.
me
You can
that.
give
You
me
can
that.
give me
I'll
that
be
now.
okay,
You can
that
give
would
me
be
that
that,
now.
that would be a component. That would be a component. Yeah, like CR said, there'd be programs and this and that are only for American descendants of slavery. No one else gets to jump off an airplane from the African continent, plenty of melanin, and sign African American. They don't get to do that, which is what they get to do now.
yeah.
But they don't get to do that in order to get a piece of the bean pie. They don't get to do that. Okay. Um, I'd like to see that. You subsidize the corporations with tax incentives all day long. Well, why not why not, subsidize us? We don't pay taxes
So do you get
for
so do you get like a store? Do you get like a card that you can take to the grocery store and you don't have to pay you don't have to buy
yeah.
groceries for a certain
I
amount of
and
time? I
a lot
mean,
of people they would say, "Well, that's socialism." You talk about Nazi Germany again. I don't think so. I mean, yeah, it can be on your phone. It'll be a QR code. Okay, scan that. Beep. Oh, no taxes. Just like diplomats
Oh,
who are working in the United States, they have diplomatic plates on their
yep,
cars. I'm not saying that we got to go that far, but they have a tax-free card. When they go shopping, they don't pay
right,
taxes.
hey,
Yeah,
listen. Listen. The American government has the ability to do whatever they want to do because when it was time to issue them COVID checks, man, them
right.
suckers got out with the quickness.
They damn sure did.
Yeah.
Exactly. They damn sure did. They damn sure. Mine. When I took it out the when I got mine, it was still hot. It was still hot. That motherfucker was warm,
it
boy.
was
They
still
had it
hot.
under the fridge
Oh
by
no,
like
man, get the hell, man! You wild as hell, man.
they
The
had
check
it
was
under the
still
fridge
hot.
by like my shit was still hot. I mean, I got it electronically, like a lot of people did. I got it electronically, but really, that they did it quick. CR is right. They can do whatever the hell they want to do. All we need to do, see, I think a lot of black people too, we have a bad habit of worrying about how they supposed to do shit. How they gonna do this? How they gonna do that? How they gonna? Don't worry about how. Just answer what the hell you want. It's for them to figure out how to fucking do it.
Yeah.
You know, because you know that they can. Anytime they can send out all that money to refugees from Afghanistan and the Ukraine and the COVID and everything, they can give us our shit.
But like,
So,
but the thing is though, it's like we as black folks have the power and the financial ability to basically get whatever we want. The issue, we've said it, many times on this live here, is black folks banding together or staying together on a particular topic or particular issue or particular situation. I mean, we have, like I said, there's 41 million of us. We got the
right.
money. We got the money to completely wreck shop in America, but we just
Yeah.
don't do it. It,
Yeah, we
it,
could.
and
We
part
could.
of that, like you said too, is it's part of it's our problem. Like you were talking about the cleaners that's halfway across town. Like with my regular day job, I deal with
Mhm.
companies, and one of the big things we try to do is trying to increase minority recruitment and minority companies within the city. Well, what I run across is, well, why do I want to become official? If I become official, if I do all this paperwork and I
Yep.
get on, then so now I can't support you. Like I can't support you to come fix my plumbing because I don't want, Joe's Plumbing in a 1978 F-150 rolling up to my door. I want Joe's Plumbing in a nice F-150 that I can go and I can look them up. Oh, okay, you paying your stuff on time, you got good status, and the this, that, and the other. But we don't want to do that. Like we were. I had an event. There were 60 people who came, and only one person was willing to become official to get free government money. They don't want to do it. They don't want to be official, and that's our problem. So that's just one industry that we don't want to do it in. And we black folks are so creative, and our hustle is so strong, but we refuse to do it the right way in order to really make an impact.
And that's what kills me as a businessman. That hurts my heart. I'm telling you, that really. And then, because if there were more businesses, more of us doing business, not business, business. Okay.
Yeah.
Too many of us want to go into business. We want to do business. No, business. Then you could create a situation where now you start linking together. Okay. And everybody, there becomes a level of give me a good word, CR, a level or mass, one of y'all, where you reach a certain level
Yeah.
Once
of
you reach a threshold,
of of, of, of of protocol, right? I guess where, okay, I'm gonna do business with B2B. I'm a black businessman, you're a black businessman, you have a service or a product that I need, and I'm gonna spend with you. There's
Yeah.
already an understanding that you're going to be at a certain level. You're going to be licensed and certified and all that. I don't even have to ask that. It's automatic.
It's
yeah,
automatic.
yeah, yeah.
And so I see Jimmy the Kid. I don't know exactly who you are, but like sounds like an education and knowledge gap. I agree. So in using the example that I gave, we took that hurdle and said, okay, anybody that doesn't know how to do any of this stuff, we are going to set up these free
Vocational programs.
we're going to set up this free session all day long. I sent out, it's like, who wants to come? I probably got like 30 responses. People were like, oh, I want to come. And we had everybody that you need, every level of city government to get you from point A to point Z. Every single person, we had one person show up.
See, y'all was in there going, take my hand, boss. Y'all was in there doing that and nobody showed up.
Yep.
Yeah, I know. And we do that. We do that all the damn time. I told you, like,
I'm gonna see Rob. I'm gonna talk to you offline because I got all my paperwork in order.
All right, man. Yeah,
mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
For sure. For
Hey, that's that money I was talking about when I was talking about what legislation for us folks. Man, I'm telling you that American Rescue Plan money. There's so much money out there that if people just got legal and certified, they would make money hand over fist. That's all they have to do is get. I mean, I'm telling my department alone has millions of dollars we're trying to give away. And it goes to the same people because nobody wants to get certified. Nobody wants to get legal. And it's the most frustrating thing on the planet. It's so frustrating.
See, Rob, we're gonna do a show with you so you can talk about these funds that people got access to that they need to partake in and basically get their businesses set up in the right way. Right now, it's costing $99 for you to go through inkfile.com. Go through inkfile. They basically set up all your paperwork with the state. They're your registrative agent for the first year for free.
Man, I got organizations I can send people to right now. They won't pay a dime. They do everything for you. You just need to show up. You just have to show up.
Hey man, we're gonna talk offline, man. We're gonna talk.
Yeah, that would be a good thing for people to hear.
Yeah, we're gonna talk off. Matter of fact, when we conclude this show, we're gonna talk offline, man, before I let you go.
Yeah, that'd be a good.
But you know what? As a matter of fact, we're coming up. We didn't went over the 3-hour mark, man. I tend to do that when I'm on here with Marshall. But
blaming me, I just got it.
I'm gonna do that when I'm with. No, man, me and Marshall, we don't nothing. It's always 3 hours, 3.5 hours, but it's good because we always talking about different stuff. But I'd like to thank everybody for coming on tonight. Shout out to all the people that came in. Shout out to my homeboy Jimmy. Tillo, you the hump man. You already know we go back like 4 flat tires. I'm gonna hit you offline tomorrow, man. Cause yeah, you got it, man. You got. We're gonna bring you on. We're gonna bring you on, Jimmy, man. So I'd like to thank everybody for coming through. I'd like to thank Black Money Corporation for coming through. I'd like to thank Wally from Wealth Talk Productions for coming through. My homeboy the Bud Files. But this your boy Maas Apeal. Oh, Your Weekend Gardener. Go check his page out. Shout out to Your Weekend Gardener. Shout out to Marshall. Shout out to C Rob. But we're gonna take this backstage. We got other things to talk about. But I'll be back on Tuesday. We got another good show coming on. I think we got another interview lined up for the Black Excellence series. But cheers, my homeboy Tillo. I'm over here drinking on some Basil Hayden. I know you drinking on some good stuff, but till next Tuesday, everybody stay safe. Keep your head up.